Alrighty, what's up, guys? How are we all doing? I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Man, we need 16 more subscribers in order to get to the 1,000 mark. I just want to say before we dive into things, I just want to say thank you all so much for those of you that have been there since the beginning. I don't really think I give you guys enough love. Man, we started this channel 8.5 months ago, and I'm just really proud of how consistent we've been on here. You know, I've really been trying to just take a chance on myself, and I've been reaching out to a whole lot of people. You know, we're doing this as a one-man show because guess why? Because we're passionate, okay? And because we want to continue to grow this family. And it really starts with you guys. It starts with everybody that's been there since the beginning. It starts with Jeevan Newts, who's really helped me, Snowman, Rising Rhino, everybody else that's been there for me, you know, that has really helped me with this channel in so many different ways. You know, it really all, it all attributes to you guys. But of course, like first and foremost, it really just goes into the hard work and the dedication. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for that. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I do encourage you all to do that. As I mentioned, we are 16 subscribers away from reaching the 1,000 mark. I think that we're going to get there by this week, and I'm just really proud of all of that. All right, Phillies are 79-65, and they're taking on the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies did split that doubleheader yesterday. It started off a little bit ugly because it was really the Phillies were just battling from behind, and when the Braves get a lead, that's just a recipe for a disaster, and that really is just not a good thing for the Phillies. They didn't take the lead in the first game. They tied it a couple of times. Alec Bohm had a big 2-run double. Bryce Harper hit a clutch home run in that 9th inning, but yet the Phillies lost that game. And they came out. I was curious to see what type of energy was going to be in that clubhouse and how they were going to be able to transition over from Game 1 to Game 2. And they stepped up. They really did a good job. Michael Lorenzen got into a little bit of trouble, but he got out of the trouble that he was into. Part of that has to go to the Braves and their lack of runners in scoring position hitting that happened yesterday, but also give Michael Lorenzen his flowers as well, because he battled through that. His changeup looked really good when he had to deliver it a lot of the time. His fastball looked really dominant. He was throwing 95, 96 on the gun, and I think that that's a really good thing for him as well. And the bullpen did their job. Jeff Hoffman came in, and he's making an argument that he could be that eighth inning guy. And what I mean by that is if the Phillies have to go to him in sort of a setup situation, you know, they're going to go to him in that sort of regard. I think that he is making the case that he could do that in the playoffs and come playoff time. The offense continues to be a really good, positive thing for the Phillies. Trey Turner's continuing to hit the ball really well. Kyle Schwarber, I don't think he's gotten enough credit with what he's been able to do as of lately. He's raised his batting average to over 200, and he's starting to really hit the ball really well. He did very well yesterday in the doubleheader, and I thought that he definitely deserves some flowers for that as well. We just need to see a better performance out of Nick Castellanos. We need JT to do really well today as well. Edmundo Sosa had a really good game last night. Brandon Marsh and Bryson Stott have the night off, so hopefully they'll be back tomorrow, and if they're available to pinch hit tonight, just got to keep that foot on the gas pedal. All right, so what's going on, Jeevan Newts? What's up, Alex? What is up, everybody that is on here? You popped in a little bit earlier. That's awesome. If you are new to the channel, we cover Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football. Now, we do Eagles football. All right? So we're doing that just for you guys. So I just wanted to make sure that I emphasized all that sort of stuff. All right, we'll get to the starting lineups in just a few moments, and we'll talk a little bit about the pitching matchups too. So let's actually dive into that right now. Zack Wheeler against Max Fried. There we go. Let me slow down a little bit. Zack Wheeler against Max Fried. Big outing tonight for Zack Wheeler. You need him to go 7 strong innings tonight. That's what you're going to need out of him. If you can get 7 innings and only 2 earned runs allowed, or something like that, something to that extreme, I think that is all you can ask for when it comes to Zack Wheeler. I think that's a really good thing for him. And a guy like Max Fried, who has been very well known over the last few years or so in this Braves pitching staff, the Phillies offense is going to have to try to get to him early on. They did a good job yesterday at getting to Kyle Wright early, even though it was his first outing since returning from the injured list. But it's what you're going to need. All right, so let's go over the starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. It'll be Ronald Acuna Jr. batting in the leadoff spot, Ozzie Albies batting second, Austin Riley hitting third, Matt Olson batting in the cleanup spot, and then we have Marcell Ozuna, who's batting fifth, Travis d'Arnaud hitting sixth, Eddie Rosario's back out in left field, and Orlando Arcia is over at shortstop. Michael Harris II plays out in center field. I think I put up the wrong scorecard, the wrong scoreboard, so now I got to change that. So I apologize about that, and I can't believe that I did that. I had a fear that was going to happen. So we'll do it after this inning is done. All right? We have tomorrow's up. First pitch by Wheeler. Here it is. It's inside for a ball to Ronald Acuna Jr. Lifetime against Zack Wheeler. Acuna is 9 for 38 with 3 homers and 10 strikeouts. And the 1-0 swing and a miss. This is a guy who has been, without a doubt, the best player in the National League. It's just putting up so many great numbers, Barry Bond-esque type of a player this season. The 1-1, that's fouled off. Just got over the 130 runs scored mark last night. 1-2, and the pitch. Here it is. Swinging a pop-up, hit out to center field. Rojas takes about 4 steps or so towards home plate, and then 1 to his left. And he catches the can of corn for out number 1. So once again, it's Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olson, Ozuna, d'Arnaud, Rosario, Arcia, and Harris. Here's Ozzie Albies, who's hitting .266 with 29 homers and also 83 RBI. Wheeler comes set, kicks, fires the pitch. 97 on the gun on a fastball right down the pipe. James says, if Philly can play solid against Fried, then we should be okay, but I'm nervous about Fried. He's a really good pitcher. He is. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we go to the bottom of the first. The 0-1, it's inside, and low as well for a ball. Defensively for the Phillies, JT Realmuto behind the plate. Zack Wheeler, of course, on the mound. We'll get to the infield and the outfield in just a few moments. The 1-1, grounder. It's fouled towards that first base side. To Bryce Harper, who's over at first base. And then over at second, it'll be Edmundo Sosa, as Bryson starts the night off. Third baseman will be Alec Bohm. And over at shortstop, it'll be Trey Turner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the first with nobody on. Scoreless so far. And the 1-2 pitch by Wheeler. Inside and low, a curveball at 82 miles per hour. From left to right, it'll be Pache, Rojas, and Castellanos. Castellanos, who has really been struggling. He went 1 for 8 in yesterday's doubleheader with 5 strikeouts. The 2-2 on the way to Albies. Here it is. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. At 82 miles per hour on the curveball. And Albies gets rung up. And there's 2 away. That curveball had a lot of movement. That was definitely his best pitch of the night so far. Houston to Dave is here. What's going on, Houston to Dave? Thanks for coming on, my guy. Comes Austin Riley. There's 2 away with nobody on. And the pitch, swing and a miss. At 96 miles per hour. Riley batting .274. His average has dropped a little bit. And the 0-1 pitch. That's up high just barely for a ball. He has 34 homers and has driven in 85 RBI. Lifetime against Wheeler, he's 9 for 33 with a homer. The 1-1 on the way. It was at the knees, but it's called a ball by Edwin Moscasco. So as far as the crew chief for tonight, Moscasco's behind the plate. DJ Rayburn's over at first. Larry Vanover is over at second base, and David Rackley is at third. The pitch outside and a little high for ball 3. Alex said that the Rays won yesterday, and I hope for another win tonight. 2 outs, nobody on, and the 3-1 by Wheeler. Swing and a miss. 96 miles per hour on the four-seamer, as it had a really good velocity to it. It just dipped down right at the knees. And a big payoff pitch coming up. The kick and the pitch just fouled back. So Wheeler throwing 97, about 95 to 97 on the fastball so far. I'll be interested to see if the velocity on the four-seamer dips a little bit or not. But he's getting 83 on that curveball. The payoff pitch again, line drive foul as Austin Riley was ready for the four-seamer. Made good contact on it. Hit it 112 miles per hour off the bat. Bases are empty. There's 2 outs in the top of the first. The count is full to Austin Riley. Wheeler's on the mound, gets set above the letters, winds up and delivers the next pitch. Just a bit outside, as the curveball just missed its spot, and Riley will get on with a 2-out walk. Wasn't like it was a bad pitch or anything. Wheeler actually had the right idea of going with the curveball right there. He didn't want to throw him a fastball because he was making some good contact and had some good swings on it, especially that last one. But it just missed. Here comes Matt Olson, who had 2 homers in last night's game. And he takes the first pitch. It looked like it was a bit outside, but it's a called strike. Hit homers number 49 and 50. The only other Brave to get 50 or more homers in a season is Andrew Jones. Needs one more to tie him. The pitch. Line drive foul over towards the third base side. And it hits the tarp. So Acuna flied out to center. Albies struck out looking. Riley walked. And the count is 0-2 to Matt Olson, who's also on a 9-game hitting streak, oh, by the way, and has 7 homers and 15 RBI during that hitting streak. The 0-2, grounder, pulled over towards the first base side. Sosa has it, gobbles it up, and throws over to first, and Olson is retired. No runs, 1 man left, and we head to the bottom of the first. At Citizens Bank Park, the Phillies are coming up to bat. Oh, man, my dog is barking like nonstop. Oh, boy. Should probably see something out there and is being very, very, very vocal about it. Hopefully you guys don't hear it in the background. That's why we closed the door. But yes, Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off for the Phillies as we go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Schwarber, Turner, Bohm, Harper, Realmuto, Castellanos, Sosa, Pache, and Rojas. If you guys are new to the channel, I encourage you all to like and subscribe. We are 16 subscribers away from reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and all of our hard work really has paid off over the last 8.5 months. And we're going to keep doing this because we believe in ourselves. And we want to continue to just grow the family. And nothing's going to stop us in that regard. So, again, it's Schwarber, Turner, Bohm, Harper, Realmuto, Castellanos, Sosa, Pache, and Rojas. So Brandon Marsh and Bryson Stott will have the night off. And the Phillies will be going up against Max Fried. Oh, boy. I hope you guys are having yourselves an awesome night. Give me your final score predictions down below in the live chat, guys. Who do you think's going to win? Also, comment on that poll as well. Definitely want to get you guys to participate. What's up, yes, sir? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on, as always, and being a supporter of the Play-by-Play with JJ family. Means a lot. So, Fried on the mound. He'll be facing Kyle Schwarber here. First pitch, that's a called strike, a four-seamer at 91. So Max is 7-1 on the season in 12 starts, has a 2.7 ERA, 67 strikeouts, and only 15 walks allowed. No balls, one strike. Schwarber hitting .201. It's just over the 200 mark for Kyle Schwarber. And the 0-1, that's fouled off. Jennifer Lewis says 9-2 Braves. Cool. That is her prediction. No balls and two strikes. And the 0-2, low for ball one. Larry says 6-1 Braves. Okay. So you think Zack Wheeler is going to have a bad outing, or do you think that it's going to be the bullpen that blows it for the Phillies? The 1-2 on the way by Fried. Check swing. Third base umpire says he did go. Wow. Can't believe it. It was a curveball that was low and outside. And David Rackley says that he went around. I don't know about that one. One out. Nobody on. The pitch by Turner. It's outside for ball one. Turner batting .269 with 25 homers and 73 RBI. He has 14 homers since August 4th. And the 1-0, that's in there. That's actually a little bit outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Trey. And the 2-0. Swinging a grounder. Hit back up the middle. Albies has it. And charges over to first. And there's 2 away. So 2 up and 2 down for Max Fried and the Atlanta Braves. Phillies over their last 5 games, they've hit 7 homers. Turner has hit 3. Schwarber's hit 2. Harper and Marsh have both hit 1. And here comes Alec Bohm to the plate. He's batting in the 3 spot. Harper, as I mentioned, batting in the cleanup. I know I gotta fix that. It's just so hard. It's so hard because I am doing this. And I had the wrong one up. So just bear with me. The 0-1 pitch. That's low and outside for a ball. I did not forget. But thanks for letting me know, because I don't think you were here earlier when I made that announcement. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bohm batting .278. Fried with the pitch. Swing and a miss at 94 miles per hour on the gun. If you guys are interested in becoming a moderator or helping out with this channel, please reach out to me and email me. It would definitely be awesome to get more and more people helping out, for sure. The 1-2 grounder, pulled over towards the first base side. Olsen has it, goes over all the way towards his right, and tags the bag for the third and final out. 1-2-3 go the Phillies. They go to the top of the second, scoreless at the bank, and the Braves will come back up. Okay, all right, now let's change our little scoreboard right here. And I'm going to have to do the same thing when we go to break. So I apologize about that once again. And that's what we're going to do. Cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Just like our mods have said. Yes. Let's get to 20 likes, guys. Let's get to the 20 like mark. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're keeping that on here right now. All right, so let's change this. Our live score. We're gonna have to do the same thing when we go to break. Really, really looking forward to that. If there's any sort of way that this could be a little bit easier for me so that I don't have to change it every single time. If there's anybody that has done this that has a better philosophy of doing the little score bug, please let me know. I don't like it when it's ahead, and I need something that is either a little bit behind, it's a little tough, like when you're doing this every day, but the settings I have on here, I have to manually do it myself. We got 35 people on here. Guys, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, man. Alex just did that same thing. Okay, cool. So that way you will be notified when JJ goes live. Exactly. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you love the Phillies, the Sixers, the Flyers, and the Eagles, we do all play-by-play for all those teams on here. We also have some podcasts that we do as well. And we have our Sharing the Mic with JJ podcast that we do on Fridays, where we get radio personality hosts, YouTubers, and all different types of people on here. Here comes Marcell Ozuna, the 1-0 pitch, swinging a grounder, hit over to third. Bohm has it, charges over to first. And that's in time for out number 1. So Ozuna, d'Arnaud, and Rosario are due up in this inning. All right, next inning, I got to update my scorecard. I will do that. d'Arnaud went 0 for 5 in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday. First pitch, it's in there for a strike. d'Arnaud is lifetime 7 for 15 against Zack Wheeler with a homer. That's probably why Brian Snitker wanted to put him in the starting lineup tonight. The 0-1 offering, that's outside for a ball. Plus, he also has a really good relationship, too, with Max Fried as well. Not saying that Sean Murphy doesn't, but Braves need a good outing from Fried. The pitch, swing and a miss. On a sweeper at 82 miles per hour by Zack Wheeler. So 25 pitches so far, 4 outs recorded for Zack. The count is 1-2. d'Arnaud, the former Met, is up at the plate. And the 1-2 pitch. It sails outside and low. Good night. See you next time, man. Thanks for coming on here, Alex. Rising Rhinos here. The 2-2. Way outside for ball 3. Jen, yes, we do Eagles. That was our big announcement that you probably missed. But, yes, we will be doing Eagles games on here because it's about you guys, and I want to be consistent. The 3-2 on the way, that's fouled back. Figured, you know what? We do 75% of the Big Four sports right over here. So, we got to be consistent. It's a full count to Travis d'Arnaud. Wheeler gets set right at the letters, winds up, and delivers, and that pitch is fouled back. Phillies in their regular home pinstripes tonight. Nothing really different with their uniforms. Braves in their regular away uniforms with some gray, navy blue. It's really a dark blue. And bright red numbers on the back. 3-2 pitch. Line drive into right field. Castellanos shimmies over towards his left and catches it for out number 2. 2 away in the top of the second. And here comes Eddie Rosario. Rosario batting .263 this season with the Braves. He has 21 long balls and 70 runs driven in. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the second. Scoreless game so far. The pitch by Wheeler. It's downstairs. There's Michael Lorenzen, who got the start in last night's game, in Game 2 of the day-night doubleheader for the Phillies. The 1-0 on the way, and that's fouled back. Lorenzen did a pretty good job. He got into a little bit of trouble during some of the innings, but he made the right pitches and executed perfectly when he had to. Rising Rhinos on here, yes. We need 16 more to get to 100 or 1,000 subscribers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wheeler gets set above the letters. Lines up, kicks, fires. It's swung on and just fouled right out of the glove. And that'll make the count now 1-2. Two outs. Bases are empty in the top of the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eddie Rosario. And the pitch by Wheeler. Line drive into right center field. That's going to split the gap. Castellanos gets over to it, though. His throw over to second base is drawn, and Rosario, who took a wide turn, stayed put over at first. I'm so shocked that Castellanos was able to get to it as fast as he possibly could. I was thinking it was going to go towards the wall, and it would be extra bases all the way, as Eddie Rosario took a hanging fastball that was on the inside corner and just nailed it out to right center field. But Casti had a pretty good throw over to second, and it probably would have gotten Rosario beat by a mile. Here's Orlando Arcia, the shortstop all-star for the Braves, who takes the first pitch inside. It's good that you have an off night, man. You deserve it. Eric's on here. What's going on, Eric? Thanks for coming on. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and a runner over at first. The pitch by Wheeler, low. A sinker at 95. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell the difference between the sinker that he throws and the four-seamer. He's behind in the count, 2-0 to Orlando Arcia, who's batting .275 this season. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The sinker was just a hair inside as it tailed towards his knees, I'd say. What's going on, Jacqueline? With a Q. How are you? How are you, Jacqueline with a Q? 2-1 pitch, a sweeper that swung on and missed. The count is tied up. On deck is Michael Harris II, who batted in the 9th spot in yesterday afternoon's game and then batted second in last night's game. The 2-2 on the way. That's up high for ball 3. Actual JJ quote from yesterday, 2 is more than 1. I'm not sure. I did say that, but I forget when I said it. But I'm happy that you remembered what the context was. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on and fouled right down the third base side, and Arcia slipped. He didn't fall down or anything, but he is in some pain as he's trying to shake it off. And sometimes, you know, when the cleat is hitting the dirt and your ankle just spins like that, and saw an injury happen the other day with Yordan Alvarez. That happened to him when he was on the track trying to make a play, and his foot just slid, and he injured himself that way. The count is full to Arcia. There's 2 outs. Rosario leads off at first. The payoff pitch by Wheeler, it's inside, and Arcia will walk over to first. That's the second walk allowed by Zack Wheeler tonight. Well, he tried to go with a fastball. It was inside and just missed its spot. It's just not what you want to do if you're Zack Wheeler. 2 is more than 1. I don't remember. You have to remind me like what the context was, or like post in the live chat like the actual timestamp of yesterday's stream of when I said it. First pitch to Harris, the second. It's chopped foul towards the first base side. Michael went 4 for 8 in the doubleheader yesterday with 2 homers, 1 in each game, and had 3 RBI and 4 runs scored, only 1 strikeout. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch by Wheeler just misses. Inside and high. Michael hitting .295. He has 17 homers. Rosario at second, and over at first is Arcia. The pitch inside for ball 2. Well, now you can see that Wheeler's getting just a little bit behind on counts. He's thrown 26 strikes on 44 pitches. 2-1 on the way. That's just foul. Michael Harris in the first half of the season was hitting .255 with 9 homers and 26 RBI. And ever since the All-Star break, he's been batting over .315. The 2-2 pitch just fouled back towards the screen. And defensively, too, he has a cannon out in center field. Almost was able to throw Trey Turner out after trying to extend a single into a double in last night's game. The Phillies would then challenge that, and they would win and retain their challenge. The 2-2 to Harris, swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside corner, and Harris was late and could not catch up to it. So no runs, 2 men left, all with 2 outs. And we head to the bottom of the second. Nothing to it for the Braves, and the Phillies are coming back up to bat. Yes, man. All right, now I got to get my score, or I got to get my iPad set up, so just bear with me. Thought I had it all set up, and then everything just closed out. So, technology has not been kind to us today, guys. It really has not. I do want to remind you all to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and let's get to the 1,000 mark, guys. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. I've been coming on here for 8.5 months. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, and I've called 76ers, Flyers, Patriots. Well, we'll be doing Flyers. Did a couple of Patriots games, but we're doing Eagles. I got to start getting that into my vocabulary. I have to. If you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below, and I will give you a proper introduction, man. I call everybody man on here, so do not take it personally, for sure. Let's, okay, so that's right. There we go. All right, let's scroll down. Shout yourself out, man. The land of the rising rhino, Vince Williams. Thanks for subscribing to the channel if that was you. Comes Bryce Harper. Be facing Max Fried here, and the first pitch he sees, he slices that one foul. Lifetime against Fried, he's 8 for 28 with 2 homers and 10 RBI. He has 60 RBI on the season. Was able to get his 16th homer in the 9th inning of the first game yesterday afternoon of the doubleheader. And the 0-1 pitch. That's outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fried with 13 pitches so far. Only 11 in the first inning. And the 1-1. That's outside and low for ball 2. Family friendly. Those are the 2 types of words that we love on here, man. We are absolutely friendly on here. And we welcome in all people from all walks of life. That's what sports is all about, man. The 2-1, that's outside for ball 3. The sky looks absolutely gorgeous at Citizens Bank Park. A picture-perfect night in Philadelphia. The 3-1 by Fried, swinging a grounder, pulled over towards the first base side. Olsen has it, throws an underhanded toss to Fried, and Fried wins the race to the bag, and Harper is retired. So that's going to go down as a 3-1 ground out. The Phillies are still hunting for their first hit today. It was a good pitch, too, and Harper just got on top of it. It was not how he wanted to hit it at all whatsoever. Here comes JT Realmuto. He's batting .251 with 18 homers, 55 RBI. First pitch he sees, that's down low. In his career against Max Fried, he's 12 for 36 with 3 homers and 9 RBI. 1 out, nobody on. Fried winds up and delivers the pitch. A 4-seamer right down the middle. That's just fouled back by Realmuto. JT in 439 at-bats has played in 122 games of this season for the Phillies. He has 27 doubles, 18 homers, 55 RBI, and 201 total bases. The pitch, just a hair inside for ball 2. He also has 13 stolen bases. And for a catcher, that's really impressive. The 2-1, a changeup that's just fouled back. So that'll make the count now 2-2. Against the Braves this season, he's 4 for 24 with only 1 RBI. He's really struggled against Atlanta. Fried winds up and delivers, and it's inside for ball 3. This would be a massive series win. Absolutely, Gideon. Payoff pitch by Fried, swinging a foul tip into the glove for strike 3, and JT strikes out. Max Fried gets his second strikeout of the night. Said it was 96 miles per hour, but it looked... I was thinking it was maybe 98, but regardless, JT couldn't catch up to it on a fastball right down the middle. Here comes Nick Castellanos, who has been struggling again. He was red hot. And the first pitch he swings at and hits that one high and deep out to right center field. That's going over the out-of-town scoreboard, and it's gone. That's one way to break out of a bad slump. And the Phillies lead it 1-0. As Nick Castellanos goes oppo taco. A solo blast. It's his 23rd of the season. That was a good swing, too, as he crushed that hanging curveball right down the middle. We got a hit, and we got a run. Edmundo Sosa will take a curveball right at the knees for a strike. So there's still 2 outs, nobody on. Phillies lead it 1-0. And the 0-1 to Sosa, swing and a miss. Bat-to-bat changeups thrown by Fried in this at-bat. Sosa batting .256. He went 2 for 4 in last night's game. And the 0-2 on the way. Another changeup that swung on and missed. And Sosa strikes out. The inning comes to an end. It was outside and low. But Castellanos puts the Phillies on the board. gives them their first hit and their first run of the game by going the opposite way, and they lead it 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, guys, comment down below. All right, who do you have winning this game, and what are your final score predictions? All right, I want you guys to tell me what your thoughts are about this game. That was big for Castellanos, man. It really was. Needed them to do that. My aunt's on here. She says yes. Absolutely. What's going on, Jess? Thanks for coming on here. What is up, Jess? Jess, I want to make sure that that's your name because you always come on here as Ron Duffney, and I'm just curious. I never want to. I never know sometimes if it's you or Ron, so I want to just make sure that that's you because I don't like getting you both misconstrued or mixed up. Guys, let's get to the 30 mark. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Let's do that. Also, if you'd like to give back to the channel and donate, you can feel free to do so. Just hit the super chat down below. We've been coming on here almost every day, and of course, you're more than welcome to donate, for sure. Comes Ronald Acuna Jr. The first pitch, he swings and grounds this one over towards Turner. The throw over to first, that's dug out by Harper. And Trey Turner just took away an extra base hit to Ronald Acuna Jr., who's pretty fast. I got to tell you, he made a really nice sliding play as he played it on a couple of hops and was able to slide over towards his right side, got right back up. It took about a bounce or so in front of Bryce Harper, but Harper was able to dig it out cleanly. That's how we get the first out of the inning. And now Ozzy Albies is due up. First pitch he sees is a fastball that's outside for ball one. Albies struck out in the first. There's one out in the top of the third. Trey Turner's defense, man, it's been pretty up and down this season. But when he makes good plays, they are fun to watch. The pitch. Fouled back. Albies is 26 years old. A switch hitter who's been batting on the left side pretty much throughout this season. And the pitch, that's chopped foul. He's only 5'8". Weighs 165 pounds. The 1-2, grounder, pulled over towards the first base side, over towards the line. It's fair. Harper has it and takes it over to first. And Albies is retired. Cool. So 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Just got a notification from Hinge. Here comes Austin Riley, who takes a high strike at 94. You guys don't have to answer this question, but do you have Hinge? Do you know what Hinge is? The 0-1 pitch. That's sliced foul out to right field. There's Ron Washington, who's the third base coach for the Atlanta Braves. Was the manager for the Texas Rangers. And the 0-2, that's low for a ball. Riley batting .274 with 34 homers and 85 RBI. Hinges Light been giving me nonstop notifications. And the 1-2, just outside for ball 2. So if you don't know what Hinge is, it's sort of like Tinder. Okay, it's an online dating app. It's supposed to be better than Tinder because Tinder, it's really hard to get a good rating on their algorithm. I've gotten some matches on Hinge, and that's been working out so far, but, you know. The 2-2, that's a grounder that's foul. Larry guessed. He said, what is it, a dating site? Yes, it is. And the 2-2 to Riley, just a little bit up high for ball 3. I mean, I still think that the best way to try to get into the dating world, of course, is just to put yourself out there in person. But, you know, it's another option for sure. Payoff pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3 to Austin Riley as he froze on a 96-mile-per-hour heater, and Zack Wheeler throws a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the third. Phillies lead it 1-0. Okay. I know that we tend to have like more of an older audience on here. So it wouldn't surprise me if you guys don't know what Hinge is, but I'm trying to, bring together all audiences as I drop my pen, and I can't find it. I don't know where it went. Is it here? Nope. How about here? Nope. It'll come up. It will definitely come up. One of my broadcaster friends, he was actually the sports director at my radio station. What he has is a pen, okay, like a regular pen. It looks like this. But instead of just having it be one pen, there's like 4 other pens attached to it. So one's red. That's coming from like this angle, if you can see what I'm doing. There's one that comes up here. Of course, one that's straight up. One that goes over right diagonal. And then there's one towards the right side. And they're all different colors. Red, blue, purple. I have no idea where he got this from or if he did it himself or not. But that's like a really unique thing as a broadcaster to just have that multicolored pen. The only thing is that if one of the inks goes bad, now you got to figure out how to replace it. Have you tried onlyphilsingles.com? That's very creative. That sounds like you should be the one that's in charge of that, Larry. The pitch to Christian Pache, that's outside for a ball. Pache batting .288. The former Brave has 2 homers and 9 RBI this season. And he takes that one at the knees. It's a curveball for a strike. So 8-9-1 are due up for the Phillies in this bottom of the third. The 1-1, changeup. It's on the outside corner. Even though it looked like it was maybe just a hair outside. So Pache's 24 years old. This is his 4th major league season. Spent time with the Oakland Athletics. Was a top prospect as soon as they drafted him. Then the Braves picked him up. And then he came to the Phillies this season. The 1-2, it's low. PhillyMingle.com, I got 1 million of them. Wow, I like that. The pitch, way outside for ball 3. I would be, in all honesty, like if you were to start that, I would help you out with it. I really would. I'd help you out with it. Just have to figure out how you have to brand yourself. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high bouncer, hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first by RC is in plenty of time as Pache stumbled out of the batter's box, but he's okay. And I'll go back over towards the Phillies dugout. All right. What's up, Vince Williams? How you doing? Says Rising Rhino. Rising Rhino, thanks so much for being here, man. Rojas hitting 280 with a homer and 18 RBI. Max Fried's still out there on the bump. Phillies lead it 1-0. First pitch to Rojas is a curveball at the knees for a strike. I've noticed that over, I'd say, the last 3 at-bats, that Fried has been going with a curveball and has been trying to just locate that pitch just to get ahead. Goes with a fastball there as that pitch is just fouled back towards the screen. Rojas got called up to the Phillies in the summertime of this year, back when Christian Pache went on the injured list and Brandon Marsh got injured as well. The 0-2 by Fried. Bouncer that's hit right off the foot of Rojas, and he is just hobbling as a walk around the home plate. We'll try to settle back in there. When those things happen, man, it's not a fun feeling. It's really not comfortable at all because just from a mathematical perspective, you think about exit velocity on the bat and how fast the pitch is and just the timing of like the millisecond that it just hits your foot or your knee. It's not a good feeling. Rojas takes his time, steps out of the box, and Edwin Moscasco says play on. And now time is called again as Rojas wants to gather himself right here. So the count is still 0-2. Phillies will wrap up their 4-game series against the Atlanta Braves tomorrow night. They'll play it once again at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when first pitch will occur. Fried gets the signs from Travis d'Arnaud. 1 second left on the pitch clock, and the 0-2 pitch just chopped foul. The pitch clock, I gotta say, reached 0, and I'm so shocked that Moscasco did not give Max Fried a pitch clock violation. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock this time around. No balls, 2 strikes. Fried now starts his windup, and the pitch just a hair low. And a good eye by Rojas. Rojas wearing a really cool necklace. I think that's silver. One and two. 1 out. Nobody on. Castellanos hit a solo homer in the bottom of the second to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. And the pitch, low for ball 2. James wants to know, am I still a Patriots fan? Yes, but it's about you guys, like I mentioned. Most important thing is just to get the reps. 2-2 pitch, line drive back up the middle. Albies has it, though. Throws over to first, and Rojas is out. It's a pretty good defensive alignment set by the Atlanta Braves. They knew what they were doing. And that's how Rojas was able to ground out. So only 1 hit for the Phillies in 2 2/3 of an inning so far. And that hit was by Nick Castellanos. Phillies will get a second chance against Fried as Schwarber will lead things off. And he takes a strike. There's 2 outs. Schwarber struck out in the first. His average right at the Mendoza line. And the 0-1 swing and a miss on a curveball that was low at 75 miles per hour. 0-2. Schwarber DHing tonight. And the pitch. Way inside for ball 1. Kyle went 3 for 8 in the doubleheader yesterday with 4 runs scored, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Two away in the bottom of the third. Fried lines up and fires the next pitch. Just fouled off again. Kyle stays alive. Fried is now 29 years old. He's been with the Atlanta Braves since 2017 at the big league level. The 1-2 by Fried. Here it comes again. Swing and a miss. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out. We head now to the top of the 4th. Matt Olson will come on up when we return in just a few moments. Okay. And JJ still despises those Dallas Cowboys. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Turn on those notification bell icons, too, so that way you know when I upload. Let's do it, guys. Let's hit that bell icon. We have 34 people on here. Also, it would really mean a lot. Oh, we have 42 people on here, man. That's awesome. That means 16 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to call you guys out. You guys should definitely do that. For the 16 people that have not hit the like button, do it. There we go. Let's pin that. Cool. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, so we got Fried. All right, who's leading off? So I just said that Olson will be leading off this inning. Cool. All right, Matt Olson. Let's get him. We are very close to getting 30 likes. We just need one more, says Jivanutz. Yeah, man. Final score predictions again, guys. Comment your final score predictions down below. Comment those final score predictions down below. And who's going to win? Nice. 1-0 Phillies. We go to the top of the 4th. Both teams have 1 hit on the evening so far. And Zack Wheeler, who's on the mound for Philadelphia, heads back to the hill for his 4th inning of work. Phillies are 43-29 at home this season. The Atlanta Braves, as weird as this sounds, they're 47-25 on the road. So they have a better away record than the Phillies do as a home record. First pitch to Olson. That ball is golfed, hit out to deep left field, and that ball is gone. Matt Olson just tied Andrew Jones with the most homers in a Braves season as he gets his 51st and goes the opposite way. He is on a tear. And it's now 1-1, and Bohm will throw it back towards the Braves dugout. Andrew Jones did it back in 2005. Comes Marcell Ozuna, who takes the first one inside for a ball. Well, 52 likes, then we have more likes than Matt Olson's total amount of home runs. That's true. 2-0 is the count to Ozuna, the former Cardinal and the former Marlin. And he takes a high strike. I mean, talk about a guy who spent a long time with the Oakland A's organization and, had to fill in for Freddie Freeman's shoes. And he has lived up to all those expectations that the Braves could absolutely ask for. He's really done an incredible job defensively and offensively. offensively, too. The 2-1, that was in there for a strike. The score is 1-1 as we're in the top of the fourth. The pitch by Wheeler. That was on the outside corner, but it's a ball. I can't believe it. So the count is full. The 3-2 pitch by Wheeler. Fouled back. It's so weird because the Atlanta Braves, I mean, yeah, their record is at 94-50. But just from top to bottom, they are just, regular season-wise, they are just the team to beat. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. It was inside and high. Zack Wheeler knew what he was doing right there, and Ozuna did go after it. There's the first out of the inning. Comes Travis d'Arnaud, 1 out in the top of the fourth. It's 1-1. And the first pitch to d'Arnaud, that ball is lifted out to center field. Not that deep, though. It's pretty shallow, actually. Rojas comes charging in, and he will record the second out of the inning. Two away in the top of the fourth. I think that my blue pen is running out of ink. I think that I just jinxed myself tonight, guys. I really do. Two outs with nobody on. And the first pitch to Rosario, that swung on and missed. Eddie is 1 for 1. Singled in the second. He's in 265 with 21 homers and 70 RBI. And he laces this one out to right field as it goes all the way towards the wall. Castellanos with a throw to second base, and Rosario slides in there safely. And he has a single and a double today. That was actually the same pitch, almost the same exact pitch that Michael Lorenzen threw last night to Matt Olson. It was an off-speed pitch that was headed towards the dirt, and Rosario just got the bat down and was able to make solid contact with it as he hit it out to right field. The only difference is that Olson just golfed that thing last night. 2 outs and a runner at second. And the pitch to Arcia. High bouncer it over to third. Almost ended up hitting Rosario. Bohm has it, though. Charges over to first. And the inning is over. So we head to the bottom of the fourth as the Braves tie it back on a solo jack by Matt Olson. Okay. There were 70 pitches, not getting past the 6th inning so far with the pace he's going at. Wait, 70 pitches? Oh, you said not getting past the 6th inning. Larry says, but they're a team you want to play in the postseason. I mean, it would be a good series. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, some people say that they don't trust the Braves and that they need to, and that they have to see it in order to believe it. I do think it would be a really good series regardless. I really do. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We got 38 people on here, 26 likes. Means a dozen of you. Oh, actually, that means 5 of you because I just refreshed it. Have not hit that thumbs up button. Okay, cool. All right, so we got Turner, Bohm, and Harper coming up. Let's make sure that we refresh the page. All right, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Matt Olson tied things up in the top of the fourth. On a solo homer out to left field. Comes Trey Turner to the plate. Phillies trying to answer back with a run themselves, and they do it against Max Fried, who's been doing a pretty good job today. First pitch, he establishes the curveball right down the middle. Braves have hit a lot of home runs this season. They just tied the 2019 LA Dodgers for most homers set by a franchise. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Turner. And the pitch. Swinging the line drive right past the diving stop of Arcia into left field. Just got by. Would have been a really nice catch if Arcia was able to make the play. But Trey Turner leads off the inning with a single. It was a nice piece of hitting by Trey Turner. I mean, he hit it really solidly. And just put the bat on the ball and just continues to be a shining light for the Phillies. And this is what they expected out of him throughout this entire season. Just to be that guy that can just hit for power, but also make good contact with the baseball. Bohm due up. He's batting third in the lineup tonight, and he swings and misses at a fastball at 93. Over the last 7 games, the Braves have scored 46 total runs, and they're averaging about 6.5 runs per game during that stretch. It just goes to show you how great of an offense they have been. The 0-1 on the way. That's low for ball 1. And I don't think anybody... I think that people expected their offense to be good, but this is just on a whole new level. It's top-notch. Infield playing Bohm the pole towards the third base side. And the 1-1 to Alec. Fouls that one back. Albies playing him up the middle. Olsen over towards that first base bag just to keep Turner in check. And then you have Riley playing over towards the line. And Arcia at a normal double play depth at shortstop. Fried looks back over to first. He has 50 pitches on the night. And the 1-2, grounder hit over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's one. The throw to first, that's in time for a 6-4-3 double play. So a leadoff single by Turner. And Bohm spoils a potential rally for the Phillies. Let's see what happened here. It was a fastball that was low, and Bohm just got on top of it. Looked like he was a little bit late, too. Now Bryce Harper is due up. Harper wearing white batting gloves this time. Sometimes you just don't know if he's even going to wear batting gloves or not, or what the mood is, or the vibe, I should say, for Bryce Harper. The first pitch was low. Bryce is 0-for-1 tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Harper. It's outside for ball 2. Dallas baseball girl. We got to be quiet, guys. Bo Bichette is up at the plate for Dallas's Toronto Blue Jays. Shush. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That's low for ball 3. Gary Thorne is one of my favorite all-time broadcasters. Does an awesome job with hockey and also was the Orioles play-by-play announcer. And he did a really good job at the 2012 U.S. Open for Pete Weber's bowling championship that he was able to earn. That's the 3-0. That's outside the knife for ball 4. I bring him up because if you go check out a video on YouTube, there's actually a video of him acting like he's Jim Nantz, calling the Masters. There was a game that the Orioles played where they had no fans in the stadium. I forget what the reason why was, But they decided to play with no fans there. And he made it for like the first innings. Just sounds so quiet. It's so peaceful. JT Realmuto up at the dish. Harper leads off over at first. There's 2 outs. JT trying to put up an epic at-bat here. Let's see what he does. He would just do stuff like that. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Should I try for this at-bat? I think I will. Harper with his little elbow guard over at first. Frieda looks back at first. A game of cat and mouse. The 0-1 pitch. That's low. One ball, one strike to JT Realmuto. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. And the windup by Fried, swing and a miss. As he strikes. Or actually is behind in the count 1-2. Larry says that's hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, there was a video where he did it where Adam Jones was up at the plate. And he was doing that whole thing, that whole at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, that's low. It really is really funny. Other people have tried to do it too. But of course, if you're Jim Nantz, right? If you're Jim Nantz, you have to say hello, friends. Because that's what he starts off with every time he calls a Masters. And Gary Thorne would get a little bit loud. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. It was a solid piece of hitting by JT Realmuto. And the runners are going to be put at first and second. Now Nick Castellanos, who homered his last time up. Out to right center field. He's due up. If it's like a late night game, that's like the perfect way to like set the vibe. You know what I mean? Both teams have 3 hits and have each scored 1 run on a solo homer. The guy that's up at the plate for the Phillies put them up 1-0, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. He has 93 RBI. No balls, 1 strike to Castellanos. And the pitch. Check, swing, foul ball. 2 iron to right field. There was also a video of somebody that worked for a minor league team. I forget which team it was. I think it was a AA team. Do not quote me on that. But they did do like a whole inning of baseball for that. And they communicated with the producers, and they had their own video that they did, and it was really nice. The 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, and it gets past Travis d'Arnaud as it goes all the way towards the backstop. And that's going to put runners over at second and third. That also, just going to say, and this is wrong of me to do it, but I was also going to say that it gets rid of the double play ball. But there's already 2 outs. Castellanos has struggled with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, only hitting .232 with 2 homers and 22 RBI. Be nice for him to change that narrative right here. Runners over at second and third, the 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2. Oof. Two iron out to right field. That's a really good comment. That was funny. I love that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Lots of 2s. And the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball it out to left center field. On the run, though, is Rosario. He tracks it down and will make the catch. As Castellanos lines out to end the inning. Phillies had a rally going, and then Castellanos hit the ball sharply. But we go to the top of the 5th as he lines out to left. So, Phillies still tied 1-1. All right, first base. 6-4-3, double play. A walk. A single. And a line out to left. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. Algo people, do your thing. I want to know what your final score predictions are down below. There we go. We're going to post it right here. Post your final score predictions down below in the comments section. That's what I would like to see. Doubleheader was a front 9 and a back 9. Honestly, that's so true. That is really true, Larry. You make a good point. Now I got Larry stuck on golf references. Please, go check out that video that Gary Cohen did, because that was really awesome. He is one of my favorite broadcasters, and I'll say this about Gary Thorne. Okay, so when I was really young, okay, and I used to play MLB 2K on the Wii. He was the announcer. He was the play-by-play announcer. And I always loved his goodbye, home run calls. I always thought that he did a good job with that. But he kind of reminds me a little bit of Kevin Harlan, with just the constant energy that he brings. And it's all built up, and it's all just about momentum. And I like that about him. But he was always very engaging as well. And had a very rich voice. Just like Harry Kalas, too. But yeah, go check out Gary Thorne. Shout out to Gary Thorne. That Masters, or that U.S. Open that he did for Pete Weber, that was incredible. And he would actually have his Masters voice, like when he was doing it for bowling. It would get loud, and then it would, as soon as Weber was up, it would get really, really quiet. Because, it's in a bowling alley. So, bowling would be a lot of fun to call on here. But it would have to be televised, I could do it as a radio call, but I'd like to do that sometime. Just try it. I've seen Rising Rhino do a good job with tennis. Shout out to Rising Rhino. Rhino, of course, you can put your link down below if you're still here. It's a 1-1 game as we head to the top of the 5th. Michael Harris II is due up. And he slices the first pitch out to left field. It drops in for a base hit just in front of Pache. There's a leadoff opposite field single by Michael Harris. 73 pitches for Wheeler. And on the first pitch, he allows a single. So that'll make Harris 1 for 2 tonight. And Ronald Acuna Jr., who's 0 for his last 6, is coming up. Still is batting .333. First pitch. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says, yes, you did. Larry says, I watched bowling on TV when I was young. Do they still televise it? They still do, I believe, the U.S. Open. It might not always be on ESPN, the main channel. The 0-1 pitch, that ball is golfed out to left field. That's not coming back, and it goes right into the second deck. And Ronald Acuna Jr. with a 2-run monstrous blast out to left field. 424 feet. And the Braves lead it 3-1. What a swing that was. And what a way to end an 0-for-6 drought. Stream froze. All right, let's refresh it. We're still live, right, guys? My stream froze, but that's all right. So back-to-back hits for the Braves, and they take the lead 3-1. Albies comes up, and the first pitch he sees is a ball that's inside and high. But to go back to your comment, Larry, they still do bowling on, I mean, it's televised on ESPN Plus. It's on ESPNU, ESPN2. And they still do it. Acuna Jr. has scored 132 runs, which is now the most in their franchise history for a single season, just past Dale Murphy. The 1-1, swing and a miss. So Wheeler just allowing 2 homers so far. One to Olsen and another one to Acuna. The 1-2 pitch. Ball's hit a mile high, hit out to right field. Castellanos on the run towards home plate. And he'll be there to catch it for out number 1. The pitch that Wheeler threw to Acuna was just a hanging slider. And Acuna was patient and just tore that one into the night. There's a 96-mile-per-hour fastball that's on the inside corner for a strike. All right, thanks for coming on here, G Vanutes. Post your channel down below, man. Post the channel down below. The 0-1 that's popped up in foul territory, and it goes out of play. Texas Repo, what's going on? Howdy, JJ. Yeah, Acuna is a beast. Definitely the NL MVP. Oh, for sure. There's, no doubt about it. Him and Shohei Ohtani are the best players in baseball. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball, hit past the diving stop of Turner, back up the middle for a base hit. And Austin Riley gets a 1-out single. That's the 3rd hit in this inning for the Braves. They came into the inning with only 3 hits and are starting to get into a little groove here. Taking a look at some of the other scores around the league, as Matt Olson comes up with 1 out. Infield playing him to pull. The first pitch is upstairs. Cardinals lead at 3-1 in Baltimore. Pirates are up 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th against the Nationals. Orioles are down 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th against the Cardinals. Wheeler gets the signs from Real Muto and the 1-0. It's in there for a high strike. So, then, the Reds, they lead at 5-3, fighting for a wild card spot. It's in the top of the 4th in Detroit. Rangers lead at 2-0 in Toronto in the bottom of the 4th. And the Diamondbacks and the Mets just got started. Diamondbacks up 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. The 1-1, that's outside and high for ball 2. Red Sox lead at 1-0 against the Yankees. And the Marlins have a 1-0 lead in Milwaukee in the top of the 2nd. 2 balls, 1 strike to Matt Olson. And the next pitch up high. Rays and Twins, they're just getting started. It's scoreless, and the Royals and the White Sox, that's scoreless too. A's and Astros play at 8:10. Cubs and Rockies play at 8:40. Angels in Seattle. That game will begin at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The 3-1 pitch, that's way outside for ball 4. And Olsen will walk. So Zack Wheeler has allowed 4 base runners to get on in this inning, and JT wants to have a conversation. Padres will play the Dodgers later tonight, and that game will be at 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Guardians will be battling against the San Francisco Giants at 9:45. Two final scores today. White Sox did beat the Royals by a score of 6-2, and the Yankees took Game 1 of the doubleheader against the Boston Red Sox. Royals and White Sox also playing in a doubleheader too. Here comes Marcell Ozuna, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Phillies could use a double play here. And the pitch by Wheeler. It's way inside. Texas Repo says, I wouldn't give the AL MVP to Ohtani yet. We still have 20 games to play. Okay, that's interesting. And the pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep left field. That's not coming back. It's a 3-run homer hit by Marcell Ozuna. Larry right on cue. As Ozuna gets his 34th homer of the season and goes 401 feet. And the Braves are just teeing off on Zack Wheeler and showing off their firepower. Let's see, that was a fastball. Just right in Marcell Ozuna's wheelhouse. It's a home run derby home run. So Wheeler has allowed 5 runs in this inning. He's allowed all 6 runs over the last 2 innings. Travis d'Arnaud will swing and miss at a sinker at 94. The velocity is definitely starting to go down. You saw him throw in 97 with the sinker and the four-seamer to start off the game, and it has dipped all the way to 94. He also has 90 pitches, too. No balls, 1 strike. Wheeler comes set, winds up, and the pitch. Way outside. Larry says that he predicted 6-1 Atlanta. Well, let's hope that that's wrong. And for the right reasons. The 1-1 pitch, just off the plate for ball 2. Phillies are also going to play against the Atlanta Braves next week. After they go to St. Louis, then they head to Atlanta for a 3-game set. The 2-1 to d'Arnaud, that's popped up, and Wheeler takes about a couple of steps off the mound towards home plate, and he'll make the easy catch. There's 2 outs. I'd like to give a little shout-out to one of my former broadcasting partners, Kayla Santiago. I was watching her yesterday on Jacob Sports on their YouTube page. She was on for Eagles post-game coverage, and she did a fantastic job. The pitch, swing and a miss, and she is going to be with Jacob Sports as an analyst for them. So shout out to Kayla. So honored and so happy for you. Got to call games with her for the Blue Coats and the Blue Rocks. She also does an awesome job with Delmarva Sports as their sports director. The 0-1 pitch, low for ball 1. So I have to be sure to give her a shout out because she really deserves it. And I'm so proud of her. Go check her out. The pitch. Ground ball. Pulled over towards the first base side. Sosa has it. And he'll throw over to first. And the inning finally comes to an end. The Braves, they get 5 runs, though, on a 2-run home run by Ronald Acuna Jr. and a 3-run homer by Marcell Ozuna. The Phillies are down. Can they answer back? So, yeah, big shout-out to Kayla Santiago. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bell icons, 2 so that way you know when I upload. All right. I've been thinking about this a lot today, and I wanted to get your take on this, guys. Please, by all means, comment down below, okay? Because I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. So, of course, we all love the game of baseball, right? That's what brings us together on here when we're doing Phillies games. We love the atmosphere. We love the environment. So I would like to, I'm curious to see if you have a favorite tailgate that you've gone to, or any sort of sports celebration in regards to baseball. Okay, so like a Super Bowl party doesn't count because that's not baseball. But going to Xfinity Live, like for the World Series last year, that counts. Or tailgating before the Phillies game in the playoffs, that's really cool. But I'd like to know what cool outside of the field sporting event that you went to that was in regards for a big sporting event in regards to a game. I hope that makes sense. I probably just spoke gibberish right there. But regardless, a cool tailgate party or just a cool event that you went to for a baseball game. I'll give you my answer in just a little bit. But I'd like to hear stories from you guys because you guys are the color commentators, as I like to say, and you're a part of the storytelling. So let your stories be heard. That's what I like to say. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Sosa will take the first pitch up high for a ball. I did go to Xfinity Live for the World Series last year. It was for Game 6. And the atmosphere there was unmatched. Unfortunately, as the next pitch is in there for a strike, that environment coming home, it was pretty depressing. But it was such a blast, just being there with so many Phillies sports fans. All in one room, all in one arena, or one building, if you will. That was awesome. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sosa. And the pitch. Bouncer, hit over towards the first base side. Olsen will get it, and will tag the bag. And the first out is recorded in the bottom of the 5th. Larry says, wish I could have been part of the Fandemic crew. Yeah, that would have been really nice. What's going on, Jad Zell 486? Thanks for coming on here. We appreciate you for doing this. We're in the bottom of the 5th. There's 1 out. Phillies trail 6-1. First pitch to Pache. It's outside for a ball. So Max Fried is on the mound for the Braves. Zack Wheeler was pitching and allowed 5 runs in the top of the 5th. Phillies trying to come up with an answer, but there's 1 out and nobody on. The 1-0 to the former Brave. It's on the outside corner. That curveball has looked really good, really sharp, I should say, by Fried, who kicks, pitches, and swung on and missed on a changeup that was in the dirt. So Fried so far winning the duel against Zack Wheeler. Jad, give me your final score predictions down below. The 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. As he got fooled on the changeup. And he'll head back to the dugout. And that's going to bring up Yohan Rojas. Phillies will be playing their final home series of the season from September 26th to the 28th as they take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. We, of course, cover all Phillies games on here. We do Eagles football, 76ers basketball, and Flyers hockey. First pitch to Rojas. He hits a cannon out to left field, but it is just foul. Just hit off the SeatGeek sign, and it just ricocheted out to left field. Phillies must take 2 out of 3 or more against the Pirates, Mets, and the Cardinals. The pitch. It's at the knees for a strike. They got to also split the series against Atlanta this time around, and hopefully it'd be nice to see them try to take the series in Atlanta. The 0-2 on the way. That's outside and low. But yeah, man, you're definitely right. For sure. 2 outs, bases empty for Yohan Rojas. Fried comes set at the belt, communicates with d'Arnaud, winds up, kicks, fires. There's a base hit back up the middle by Rojas. As he hit it pretty sharply, Harris plays it on a bounce, and Rojas gets a 2-out single. That's one way to do it, young fella. That's how you get yourself on base. Kyle has struck out twice tonight. One time looking to lead off the game, the other time swinging. His batting average now at 200. 6-1, Phillies trail by 5. Throw back to first by Fried, not in time as Rojas was able to dive back in there and get his right hand to touch the bag. A's and Astros just got started. First pitch to Kyle. Takes a fastball at 95 on the outside edge of the plate. The ball's 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, who is 43 homers, 94 RBI, and an OPS of 831. The 0-1 on the way, and it's a curveball that just misses. Good eye by Schwarber. I think he was trying to take a little gamble there. Fried has been able to paint those corners, but just missed. Lifetime against Fried. Schwarber is 3 for 21 coming into today. The pitch, low, and outside for ball 2. Give Max credit. He's been doing a good job at getting in front of counts. Hasn't really fallen behind. Fried with 80 pitches, and time is called by Schwarber with 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. Kyle in the month of September is 14 for 39 with 6 homers, 9 RBI, and 14 walks, as well as 14 strikeouts. 2-1 pitch. Grounded foul, just off the foot of Schwarber. Over his last 15 days, he's 16 for 52 with 7 homers, 10 RBI. No doubles, but a 308 average. Phillies down 6-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. There's 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Schwarber. And the pitch. Just laid off, and a good eye by Kyle Schwarber. Took a curveball that was just headed towards the dirt and sailed down low. It's exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter. Just put up good quality at-bats. It's a good battle here so far. Who will win? The 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, and it's outside for ball 4. Kyle Schwarber wins the battle. And he'll head over to first base, and that's going to set the table up for Trey Turner. They certainly need to cash in this inning. So a little 2-out rally for the Phillies. Turner batting .270. Absolutely unbelievable. 25 homers, 73 RBI. Rojas leads off at second. Schwarber's at first. Time is called. I don't know who called time there, but Turner will be in the batter's box. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled his last time up in the fourth. First pitch, fly ball. It's fouled, though, and hooking out of play. "84 pitches for Max, 51 strikes, and 33 balls. The 0-1 to Trey. Swing gonna miss. The curveball was inside and low, and he got fooled. He swung pretty early. Man, oh man. Just stay in there. Turner's 30 years old. He's 6'2", 185 pounds. The 0-2 to Trey. Just inside. Good eye. Won a World Series with the Washington Nationals. Also played for the LA Dodgers. And won with them as well. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch by Fried. Swing and a miss. And Turner strikes out. And the inning comes to an end. Phillies leave 2 runners on as they started a 2-out rally, but Turner strikes out and the inning is over, and we go to the top of the 6th. Phillies trail 6-1 against the Braves. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off, guys. I will be right back in just a few moments. We're going to take our first break of the night. I will see you guys really soon. Don't go anywhere. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Thumbs up and subscribe. Let's put that on here. Cool. All right, see you very, very soon. All right, cool. Very, very nice. We're back. Hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. Hopefully you're staying safe tonight as well. How many people we have on here? We got 20 people on here. All right, cool. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We hope each and every one of you are doing really well. We need 3 more likes in order to get to 40. Let's get to the 40 mark, guys. And also, guys, please make sure that you spread the word. Let's spread this to other people and get more people to join the Play-by-Play with JJ family, guys. First pitch that's just fouled off was a bouncer that was fouled towards the first base side. So Orlando Arcia steps up to the plate. He walked in the second. The 0-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out to center field. Rojas comes running in towards his left side, and they'll make the catch. It was really towards my left, his right. It's one thing I have to do a little bit of a better job at. Braves were able to send 8 men up to the plate in that 5th inning. As 8, 9, and 1 are due up in the 6th. Sir Anthony Dominguez, by the way, is out there on the bump. And he throws that pitch inside for a ball. So Sir Anthony, in 50 games, is 4-4. He has a 4.25 ERA, which is really high compared to last season. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed. Michael singled in the 5th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fly ball it out to left field. And Pache is there. And he'll catch it. There's 2 gone. Like the fastball that Dominguez threw right there. Acuna, who homered his last time up, also drove in his 96th and 97th runs scored. Or runs of the season. Comes up, and he takes the first pitch low and outside. Just hit a rocket off of Zack Wheeler. Ended up hitting the electronic sign out in left field, the very top, and landed in that second deck. The next pitch, that's fouled back. Lifetime against Dominguez, he's 1 for 5 with a 2-run homer and a walk. The pitch by Sir Anthony, low and away at 97 miles per hour. Two balls, 1 strike to Dominguez. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. At 97 on the gun. Liked how he went with one at the knees. So now do you go fastball again here, or do you go slider? The pitch goes with a fastball at 98. And it's fouled back. The way that he's able to just make adjustments on certain types of pitches, it is just, like when he is locked in, there's just no doubt about it that he's just arguably the best hitter in the game. The next pitch, that's fouled towards the first base side. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, that's fouled again. Ronald is batting .309 against the Phillies with 81 hits in 69 games. 14 of those hits have resulted in homers, and he has scored 50 runs and has 50 RBIs as well, and 262 at-bats. The 2-2, way inside for ball 3. In last night's doubleheader, played out in right field in the first game, and was the DH for the second game. He went 2 for 9 with 2 runs, a homer, and 2 RBI. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. And how about this for a stat, too? Ronald Acuna Jr. has struck out for the first time since last Wednesday. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Sir Anthony Dominguez gets the job done, and the Phillies are coming back up. He just doesn't strike out. He really doesn't. Ugh. Wow. $20 people on here. Wow. Now it's down to 17. I hope all is well, guys. Is the audio good? I just want to make sure that the audio is good, and that we don't have people leaving because of audio technical difficulties or what. I also understand, too, that the Phillies are getting blown out. It's a 6-1 deficit, so I definitely get that as well. Let's see. How many people do we have on here? says that we got 36, up 29. We also have people tuning in on Facebook, too. So that's really nice. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play by Play with JJ. We hope each and every one of you are having yourselves a great day. We need 14 more subscribers to get to 1,000, guys. Tony Gwynn struck out 188 times in the decade of the 80s. Wow. That's impressive. Fun fact from Seriously Larry. We love it when you guys come on here and give some facts, because you guys are also our spotters. Color commentators and spotters, guys. There's Ken Griffey Sr., a 3-time All-Star. He's at the bank tonight. So we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And leading off, it'll be Bohm, Harper, and Realmuto. Michael Tonkin will make his first appearance of the series. Did not pitch yesterday in either game of the doubleheader. He has a 3.62 ERA. And is 1-3 on the season. He'll face Bowmere. First pitch. That's a fastball right down Broad Street. It's taken all the way for a strike. Alec grounded into a double play his last time up, after Turner led off that inning with a single. Phillies haven't scored since the 2nd. The 0-1 on the way. It's outside for a ball. Sandra's here. Hit that like button and make sure that you subscribe. Describe. Describe. If you want to unsubscribe, describe. I think we just came up with a new word right there. To support your fave or your unfavorite Philly broadcaster. If you describe. The 1-1, that's fouled off. And the pitch. Way outside. And in the dirt as well. You guys Sandlot fans, by the way? 2-2 pitch. That's outside again for ball 3. Oh, sorry, my phone hates me. No, I think it's so funny. We love autocorrect, man. It's the blessing and curse of technology. Autocorrect is a blessing and a curse, as my dad would say. 3-2 pitch. Outside for ball 4. And Bohm will lead off the bottom of the 6th and get on for his first time tonight with a walk. Larry Anderson, says Larry. Oh, as the favorite broadcaster? He's a great analyst, dude. Here comes Bryce Harper. And he could cut the lead in half with a swing of the bat. Takes the first pitch outside. I've also seen, actually, I've never seen this, but that's a lie. The 1-0 to Bryce, that's low for ball 2. I've never seen, and maybe this has happened as time is called, I don't think I've ever seen play-by-play announcers trying to make rhymes during baseball games and trying to make it poetry. 2 balls, no strikes. To Bryce. Oh, wait, I meant JJ. That's it. The pitch to Harper. It's a strike. It's kind of hard to do that. Tonkin gets set at the letters. And the 2-1, that's off the plate again for ball 3. Larry says, when you really think about it, baseball is poetry in motion. I guess so. Depends on who's calling the game and who's setting the tone and who's the conductor of the orchestra, if you will. 3-1 pitch. That's inside for ball 4, and Bryce Harper walks. So 2 walks. And, well, if you're JT Realmuto and you're coming up to the plate, I think it's safe to say that you got to take a couple of pitches, and patience is key. Blue Jays are losing 2-0. JJ, help. Well, it's a big game for you guys because you're taking on the Texas Rangers. So, every game for you guys matters. With the way that it looks, seems like that you're going to have to play against the Tampa Bay Rays in that wild card series. It's wild. Pitching coach goes out there to have a conversation with Tonkin. Football's more like death metal. That's interesting. JT is due up, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. It's a slider at 85 on the upper third of the zone. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the 4th. He's batting .252 with 18 homers on the season. Was on a little 7-game hitting streak not too long ago. And the 0-1. It's outside and low for a ball. Al Bundy is on here. Sup, JJ? Just saw your stream. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Goodbye. See you soon, my guy. The pitch to JT. It's popped up. It's skied out to shallow center field. Albies backs up. And he is there to make the catch. It almost thought maybe it was going to go in and out of the glove, because the letter looked like it came up for a second, but maybe not. So after 2 walks to start off the inning, JT pops out the shallow center field, and here comes Castellanos. Bohm leads off at second. Harper leads off at first. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons and like as well. First pitch by Tonkin. That's on the outside corner for a strike to Nick Castellanos. Castellanos provided the lone run for the Phillies. It was a solo homer out to right field in the bottom of the 2nd. The 0-1 pitch, fouled back. The ball's 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. Michael Tonkin has a 3.62 ERA. He's 33 years old. He's from Glendale, California. Has a .99 whip. The 0-2 pitch, fly ball, it out to right field. Not that deep, though. Acuna comes in, and he'll make the catch. I think that Tonkin got away with one as he threw it down the middle, and Castellanos was late. So 2 outs, and Edmundo Sosa will have Bryson Stott come in to pinch hit. That seems like it's the right move. Can he come through here? That's the question. Good job by Rob Thomson to have him come up in this spot here. Stott's 2 for 5 as a pinch hitter with a homer and 2 RBI. Fans clapping along. He has never faced Tonkin before. First pitch in this at-bat is in there for a strike as he's able to paint that edge, the upper edge of the plate. Like and describe. No balls, one strike. Tonkin gets set at the letters, looks back to second, now back to the plate. And the pitch off the plate. The opening odds tonight, according to PointsBet, for the Phillies were at plus 105. And as of the current odds right now, they're at plus 1,500. Braves are at minus 5,000. One ball, one strike to Stotts. The pitch. Swing gonna miss on a fastball right down Broad Street. Had a chance to whack that thing, but just missed it. 2 runners on for the Phillies. They're down 6-1 with 2 outs. Bohm's at second. Harper's at first. Tonkin on the mound, on in relief for Fried. The 1-2 to Stott, fouled back. J.J. Vladdy G strikes out. Oh, boy. Sorry about that. Phillies are 1.5 games above the Chicago Cubs for that top NL wildcard spot. They're 3.5 games above the Arizona Diamondbacks. Currently have the 3rd spot. The 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out to left field. Rosario gets under it, though, and he's there to make the catch. So after 2 walks to start off the inning, Tonkin is able to retire the side, and it's time to go to the top of the 7th. Phillies down 6-1. Okay. They just can't get it together. Neither can this team. All right. Hey, Al Bundy. Yes. All right. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. Algo people, do your thing. We got 31 people on here. We need 2 more likes to get to 40. Let's get to the 40 like mark, guys, as it is time to ask our Phillies trivia question of the day. If you're new, what we do when we go to the top of the 7th inning, what we always do is we ask a Phillies trivia question. Comment your answers down below, and we'll answer each and every one of them until we get one right, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. If you get the question correct, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. That's how Phillies trivia works. All right. So today's Phillies trivia question is, which 2 players, okay? Name one of 2 players. Actually, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Which 2 players are tied for the most homers for the Phillies in a game, and how many did both of those Phillies players have in one game? So which 2 Phillies players are tied for the most homers for the Phillies in one game, and how many did they have? First pitch as we start off the top of the 7th. It's a fly ball hit out to left center field. Rojas tracks it down, and he makes the catch right on the track in front of the who but W.B. Mason sign. And Ozzie Albies is out. Again, the question is, which 2 Phillies players are tied for the most homers for the Phillies in one game, and how many did they hit in that one game? First pitch to Austin Riley. It's in there for a strike. Dominguez comes set, winds up, and delivers. That swung on and missed. So the count is 1-2. The count is 0-2. Riley's 1 for 2 on the evening. And the pitch fouled back. The ball's 2 strikes, and the next pitch, fly ball hit out to right field. It's carrying, going back towards the track. It'll stay in the yard, and Castellanos will catch it for the second out. Here comes Matt Olson. Olson has gotten on base twice today. He had a opposite field homer to tie Andrew Jones for the most homers set in a single season for the Braves. Needs one more to pass him. Takes the first pitch for a strike. So 51 homers on the season for Olson and 128 RBI. As well as a 280 batting average. The 0-1 swing and a miss at 97 miles per hour. Signed an 8-year, $168 million contract with the Braves. The 0-2, that's in the dirt for a ball. His average salary is at $21 million. And that goes all the way to 2031. That's when he'll become a free agent. The 1-2, just outside for ball 2. Does have a club option in 2030. He'd be 36 years old at that time. 2-2 pitch. Line drive past the diving stop of Harper. Out in the right field for a base hit. And it's a single by Matt Olson. Well, it was a fastball. It's taken right down the middle, and down the middle, and Matt Olson just stayed on top of it and put it in a good spot. And Rob Thomson has seen enough. And Sir Anthony Dominguez, his night is done. So there's 2 outs with a runner on. And we have a pitching change, which is brought to you by Play-by-Play with JJ. We'll be right, and the Phillies will be right back. All right. So again, the Phillies trivia question. In case you missed it, I'll ask it again. I want to know which 2 Phillies players are tied for the most homers during a Phillies game, and how many did they hit in that game? That's what I want to know. Comment your answers down below. And if you have, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done either of those things, what are you waiting for? We have a tough crowd tonight. Not as many people on here that we're used to. Not a whole lot of action. Whoa, that was quick, Larry. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I love each and every one of you. And I hope all is well. Cheers. L'chaim. We need one more like to get to 40 likes, guys. One more. Uno. That means 1. One. I'm sure 1's a guess. Chris, 2 players. 2 players. Not 1, but 2. 2 players, and how many? There's Marcelo Zuna, who takes the first pitch for a ball. And Junior Marte, who got called up right after the first game for Bilotti, is coming in to pitch. He has a 5.14 ERA in 36 games this season. 2 outs and a runner at first. And the 1-0 line drive it out to left field. It goes over the head of Pache, over towards the wall. Olsen will go over to third, and Marcelo Zuna gets on with a long single. It's like one of the longest singles that's been hit out here in quite some time. So that puts runners at the corners with 2 outs. The fastball was right down the middle. Ozuna just took advantage of it and got the barrel on it. Now Travis d'Arnaud, who is 0 for 8 in this series. His batting average has dropped to .231. He's 0 for 3 tonight, went 0 for 5 in Game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. Olsen at third, Ozuna at first. The pitch. That's a strike called on the upper echelon of the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike. Marte kicks, fires, and throws that one inside and way up high as well. Cameron's on here. Hi, JJ. Alonso just passed Schwarber for 44 homers. That's cool. Congratulations to Pete Alonso. You could have another 50-homer season. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He's been like the only bright spot for the Mets. I think that's safe to say. Having problems with their front office. And Buck Showalter, he's on the hot seat. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He certainly got fooled on the slider that was way outside. And Marte gets out of the inning with no damage done. Go to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time at Citizens Bank Park. All right, one more time, guys. We're going to ask the Phillies trivia question. We just got to 40 likes. Awesome job. Yes. Awesome, awesome job. And Nimmo has been a bright spot too. Yes, for sure. All right, so our Phillies trivia question today, we're going to ask it again, and we'll give you guys another opportunity. Okay? I want to know which 2 Phillies players, okay? Which 2 Phillies players are tied for the most homers in a Phillies game, and how many did they hit? No, he is not. Today is an off day for him. We will not have an off day in quite some time because we got a lot of content coming up. But Rising Rhino, man, he is a hard worker. Man, let me tell you. All right, 5 more seconds. Okay. 2 players. I said 2. 2. Not 1. Which 2 players? Larry was the first one to comment, and he said Mike Schmidt and Ed Delahanty. It's incorrect. One person says Mike Schmidt. Another person says Mike Schmidt. Repeat it. My phone was glitching. Schmidt with 4 homers. 2 people. 2 people. We'll keep guessing. Don't know the other. Outside guess Dick Allen. It's incorrect. Christian Pache comes up, takes the first pitch for a strike. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out and struck out. He's facing Tonkin right here. And he sees a fastball for a strike again. We'll take a couple more guesses. Keep going. Tonkin with 24 pitches and the 0-2, just a hair outside. Tonkin is 6'7", weighs 220 pounds. As I mentioned before, he's from Glendale, California. The 1-2 pitch that sails outside and low. Frank Howard, says Seriously Larry, as his second guess. And how many was the other one? Eric Lindros. That's funny. The 2-2 pitch that's on the outside edge of the plate for a called third strike. Lefty O'Doul. Incorrect. All right, one more. You guys still haven't said how many homers either. It was a two-part question. Johan Rojas. And the first pitch that he sees is a strike on the outside edge. Ryan Howard. Chuck Klein. The 0-1. That's a bouncer hit out over towards left field for a hit. Rosario throws a cannon over to second, but Rojas is in there safely. He dives in there. That was a nice play by Rojas. It was a high bouncer hit over to the head of Austin Riley. He's able to get a one-out double. That's what you like to see. Okay. So Larry's final answer is Chuck Klein, Mike Schmidt as the two guys, and they each hit 4 homers in a game. That is correct. Thank you for playing Phillies Trivia. So, first pitch to Kyle Schwarber is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Schwarber, and he takes the slider at 84 miles per hour. So just to reiterate, Mike Schmidt and Chuck Klein are tied for the most homers for the Phillies in a game with 4. The 1-1 by Tonkin, that's on the outside corner for a called strike. So that was your answer. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. One out, and the next pitch. Strike 3 called, a slider at the knees. I just gave you the answer. Larry answered it. Larry got it right. According to Wikipedia, Delahanty also did it. Well, we don't always trust Wikipedia. This is StatMuse. Sosa's going to hit 5 tomorrow. He could have hit 4 in a day. It could have been a doubleheader. Here comes Turner. The pitch. Grounder. Hit back up the middle off the glove of Albies into center field for a hit. And Rojas will jog in to score. That was a rocket hit by Trey. It's an RBI single. And the Phillies are down by 4. They cut it 6-2. It was a good swing. Good contact all the way by Turner as he gets on with an RBI single. So after Kyle Schwarber goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight, Turner is able to single for his 2nd time. The pitch, it's in there for a strike. The runner goes, and Turner dives into second base as the throw was high to Albies. And Trey Turner able to get another stolen base on the season. Well, we certainly love to see that for sure. Always love it when Trey Turner runs. He has 26 stolen bases, needs one more, now is 27, and he has just tied his total amount that he had last season. The 0-1 to Bohm, swing and a foul ball. Phillies down 6-2. Turner's in scoring position. Bohm is 0 for 2, and he's behind in the count 0-2. With 2 outs. Bryce waits in the on-deck circle. The 0-2 pitch, low and outside. On a slider at 87 miles per hour. Sosa's going to hit 5 homers tomorrow. if he's in the starting lineup. We don't know. I think he's going to have an off day tomorrow night. Ball, 2 strikes. Tonkin with the pitch. And Bohm takes it all the way. Almost thought about offering, but said no thank you. He's hitting .360 with runners in scoring position and has driven in 67 runs. And time is called by Tonkin at the very, very, very last second. Two balls, 2 strikes to Bohm. And the next pitch, strike 3 called right down the pipe. And Bohm took it all the way. It was a fastball. And the inning is over. And the Phillies could have certainly used some more runs right there. They do get 1 run back, though, on an RBI single by Trey Turner. We go to the top of the 8th. Per Baseball Almanac, Delahanty did it in 1896. Rules were different then, so might not count officially. Okay. Thank you for spotting us with that. We appreciate that. All right, guys, let's get to 50 likes. Let's get all the way up to the 50 mark, guys. Each and every one of you have been incredible. I think that my Wi-Fi just went out. There we go. Let's see. Do I have to refresh this? No, maybe not. I'm still live, right, guys? Are we still live? Having some problems with my internet connection. There we go. All right, we're back on here. All right, let's get to the 50 mark, guys. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 50 likes. Cool. Go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies trail 6-2. Nick Castellanos hit a solo homer in the bottom of the 2nd to put the Phillies on top 1-0. Matt Olson would then hit a solo homer off of Zack Wheeler to tie it back 1-1 in the top of the 4th. And then in the top of the 5th, there were 2 homers hit, one by Ronald Acuna Jr. It was a 2-run shot off of Wheeler, and then Marcell Ozuna followed up with a 3-run homer. And then the Phillies got 1 run back in the bottom of the 7th on an RBI single by Trey Turner. So it's 6-2, and we start off the top of the 8th with a swing and a miss from Eddie Rosario. He singled and doubled. Those were in his first 2 at-bats. Junior Marte is still on the mound. He threw 6 pitches in that 7th inning. And the 0-1, that's outside for a ball. He didn't pitch the full 7th inning. I just want to mention that. 1-1 is the count to Eddie Rosario. And the next pitch popped up. It out to shallow center field. On the run is Rojas, who covers a lot of ground, and he's there to make the catch. In shallow center field. He's playing almost, he's playing pretty deep. I mean, not warning track, but he's playing really, really deep. Orlando Arcia batting .274, 17 homers, 59 RBI. One of the Braves All-Stars this season. Every single infielder for the Braves made it to the All-Star team. The pitch, that's inside. If somebody can spot me and see if every infielder on one team made it to the All-Star game, and how many times that's happened, I would appreciate that. The 1-0 inside for ball 2. So the Braves were able to do it. The Phillies, they've never done that. I don't think. And the pitch. Inside and high for ball 3. So the count is now 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch inside again for ball 4. And Marte issues a walk to Orlando Arcia. That's the second time tonight that he is walked. It was the first time that the Braves had that happen in their franchise history. They had 8 people make it to the All-Star game this year. The pitch to Harris, that's a strike called. But I don't know how many times that's actually happened. The 0-1 pitch, fly ball it out to left field. On the run is Pache, and he just tracks it down to make the catch. And there's 2 away. Here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. with a 2-run homer back in the 5th inning. Takes that one inside for ball 1. Mentioned before that the last time he was up at the plate, he struck out to end the inning. Well, that ended a 6-game streak where he hadn't struck out. The pitch. High bouncer, hit over to third. Bohm has it, charges over to first. And the inning comes to an end. So no runs, 1 man left. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down to their final 6 outs, and they trail by 4 against the Braves. All right, cool. So yeah, has anybody, besides the Atlanta Braves, okay, somebody spot me and let me know if there's been any other team that had all their infielders make it to the All-Star game. Let me know. Time to stretch for me. That's what it is. Welcome on in to Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football. Oh my gosh, I gotta get that out of my vocabulary. It's like the 3rd time I've said that tonight. But yes, hope all is well. Pretty sure the Phils did in the 70s. The Phillies had all their infielders make it to the All-Star team. That's happened. Did the Yankees ever do it? I guess when you had, the Yankees had A-Rod, right? A-Rod, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira, right? Were they all All-Stars at the same time? Maybe that could be one. It's also possible, well, actually, wait, the Astros had it before because they had Bregman, Correa, Altuve, and what's his name over at first base? Why am I blanking out on who it is? Bregman. Oh, my gosh. Comes Joe Jimenez, who has a 2.86 ERA and 50.1 innings of work. First pitch to Harper. He golfs this thing out to right center field. It's not coming back, and it goes right before the visitors' bullpen. And Bryce Harper has cut the deficit in half by a score of 6-3. The fans on their feet, and Bryce Harper gets career hit number 1,500. JJ, who's your favorite Phillies player? Gotta tell you, one of them is that guy. One of them is certainly that guy. Worth every penny of that contract. JT comes up and he takes a ball outside for... It was outside and high. My favorite Philly of all time, though, happens to be Ryan Howard. The 1-0 pitch to JT, fouled back. What's up, Frankie? Okay, Larry Anderson. He is. He's worth every penny. Larry has said that a couple of times. But yes. 1 ball, 1 strike to Realmuto. And the next pitch, fly ball it out to right center field. That's going back towards the track. And making the catch is Harris the second, as he just has enough room. The Phillies bullpen catcher was able to catch Bryce Harper's home run. I think that they're calling the bullpen. That's a big souvenir for Bryce. His 1,500th hit. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Nick Castellanos comes up. He hit a homer earlier in the ball game, and he takes a ball way upstairs at 96. He is, man. How about you? Who's your favorite Phillies player? Let me know. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch, fouled back. Phillies have 7 hits on the evening and have put up 3 runs. Braves do lead it 6-3. Jose Alvarado is getting loosened up in the Phillies pen. The left-handed pitcher. And the 1-1. Fouled back again. And the count is 1-2. Reds lead at 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 5-5. So they're tied. The 1-2, just a hair outside, and the count is 2-2. You like Schwarber and Turner? Man, I love it when Trey Turner's red hot. I'm with you. And Kyle Schwarber, when he gets a hold of one, goes deep. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again. But all-time Phillies player, since I've been watching since 2006, it's definitely Ryan Howard, man. Bryce is probably number 3. 2-2, way outside for ball 3. I would say that my favorite, if I were to give a top 5 right now, it would be Howard number 1, J-Roll number 2, Harper number 3. Number 4 would have to be Roy Halladay, and 5 is Cole Hamels. The 3-2 pitch, line drive into left field for a hit. It drops right in front of Rosario, and Nick Castellanos singles out to left field. With 1 out. Phillies are starting to make some noise, and Bryson Stott's coming up. They're not out of this game yet. They were down 6-1 It's 6-3. We're in the bottom of the 8th, and the Braves pitching coach is coming out. How about the minor league playoffs? The Jersey Shore Blue Claws ended up defeating Hudson Valley by a score of 2-1 in Game 1 of a best-of-3. They then play on Thursday at Hudson Valley for Game 2. That's pretty impressive. Like all those picks, but come on, Utley's got to be up there. Utley injuries, man. I'm taking J-Roll over Chase. I am. And Roy Halladay and Cole Hamels. Maybe Utley over Cole. Okay. I can see that. All right, here's Bryson Stott. Eventually, he might be up there in my top 5 when all's said and done. And the first pitch, that's fouled right off the mask of Travis d'Arnaud. Cliff Lee is also one of my favorites. I loved Cliff Lee when he was with the Phillies. No balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Jimenez comes set, winds up, delivers the pitch, and that's bunted off the mask again of d'Arnaud. He is just getting banged up in this at-bat as he has to take the mask off, and he smiles and has to laugh a little bit. Evan Moscosko's like, you're getting hit a little bit. You all right? He says, yep, I'm fine. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Phillies down 6-3. Castellanos is over at first. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. No balls, 2 strikes. Jimenez versus Stott. Righty on lefty. The 0-2 up high. Please like and subscribe. Yes, for sure. I was there for Harper's 300th homer. That's awesome, Andrew. That's so awesome. Frankie's chiming into this conversation. We love it. We love it, man. We'll get to your comment in just a little bit. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2 to Bryson Stott. It's popped up in foul territory, and it goes out of play just into the visitor's dugout. And it barely missed one of the cameras. Man. All right, so Frankie says, currently it's Harper as your favorite. Funny thing is, I hated him in a Nats uniform. Yep. As a fan, it was not fun. All time is a toss-up between Rollins, Utley, Chooch, Howard, and Hamels. Chooch doesn't get enough credit, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jimenez comes set, and the pitch. Fly ball it out to shallow left field, and it's going to drop in, but it's just a little bit foul. Just over towards the left side of the line, Riley and Rosario were trying to go for the ball, and it was hit in no man's land. But Stott has to go back to the plate, and we'll do it again. Just over towards the left side of that line. Rising Rhino is on here. Somebody was napping, but now he's awake. Yes, sir. Joker, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. What a battle it's been between him and Jimenez. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2. Fly ball hit out to deep center field. It's carrying, going back towards the track. It's gone! It goes into the Phillies bullpen, into the elevator. And it's 6-5. The Phillies are down by 1, and the fans are roaring at Citizens Bank Park. I'm so shocked that Brian Snitker hasn't gone to Minter. Phillies down by 1 in the bottom of the 8th as they have scored 3 runs. That was hit out towards the bullpen and just went into the little elevator. That's cool. The pitch was right down Broad Street, and Bryson Stott hit it all the way towards that way. Let's go. We have a pitching change as Snitker is going to make a call to the pen. And there's one out. Base is empty. Yes, there it is. It's going to be okay. Yes. Great welcome song, by the way. Take this and use this for momentum, Kimbrel, please, or whoever is on the mound. If you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below, and make sure that you give yourself a shout out. We need one more subscriber to get to 990. We're 11 subscribers away from reaching 1,000. Oh boy. Wow. In 76 and 79, the Phillies had all four infielders voted all-star starters, including catcher, but not second base both years. Okay, that's interesting. Larry, thank you for doing that, because I did ask that question before. What injuries are you talking about? Utley was a workhorse. Dude was the best second baseman in the league. Never got his respect because of where he played. Did I say? I don't remember if I said injuries or not. If I did, I know that Utley did get injured a couple of times, but yes, I agree. He was the best second baseman. I would say that Dustin Pedroia, when he was healthy, could have been up in that conversation too, for sure. Sandra and Linda are the best. Sandra, don't move to Colorado. That's where Rhino is, though. To ever do it? No, I'd say, I don't know. Did Dustin Pedroia have a better career than Chase Utley? Comment down below. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are about that. I'd say Utley had the better career. All right, here comes Brandon Marsh, who will be pinch hitting for the Phillies for Christian Pache. One out, nobody on. A.J. Minter comes in, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Marsh as a pinch hitter is 3 for 5 with a double, a homer, 3 RBI, and 3 walks. That's on the good side of history for Philadelphia. The 0-1 by A.J., it swung on and missed. A cutter at 91. Base is empty. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out. No balls, 2 strikes to Marsh. We'll get to Minter's stats in just a few moments. The 0-2, outside and low. And the count is now 1-2. So AJ, in 63 games, he's 3-5. He has a 3.88 ERA, 72 strikeouts in 58 innings. And batters are hitting 227 against him. The 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And Marsh strikes out. And AJ is able to get the first out recorded. Going to Long Island next month. Charlie Huggins is over here. What's up, Charlie? Thank you for subscribing. Come on, Phils. Let's tie it. Although I doubt we win if it goes to extras. Here comes Yohan Rojas, who's 2 for 3. Who's 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch, swing and a miss. That fastball was up high, just out of the zone, and he chased after it. Phillies have scored 4 of their 5 runs over the last 2 innings. They've put up 3 in the bottom of the 8th so far, and 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Minter with 5 pitches, and the 0-1 off the plate. Oh, come on, Marshy. Yes. If the Braves win today and tomorrow, they win the division. Here we go. Base is empty, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. 1 ball, 1 strike. The kick and the pitch by Minter. Swing and a miss. Rojas was looking for the fastball, but he was late. Definitely late on that one. And time is called by Yohan. Charlie, I'll get to your question in just a few moments. Most likely they could go to an inning break pretty soon, so I will get to that then. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Minter gets set above the letters, kicks, fires the pitch. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of Travis d'Arnaud. And Rojas stays alive. So the count still remains at 1-2. Kyle Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle. 1 second left, and the 1-2, it's low. And in the dirt on a changeup at 86. If you're Rojas here, you just got to try to put up a Bryson Stott-esque type of at-bat, where you just keep fouling off pitches and make Minter work. Phillies down by 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rojas, and the pitch. Up high and outside for ball 3. If Rojas gets on, the tying run will be at first base, and the go-ahead run would be Kyle Schwarber. Infield playing, Rojas to pull towards that third base side. The payoff pitch, inside for ball 4. That changeup was way inside, and Minter lost command of it. And here comes Kyle Schwarber. Fans are standing. And they're hoping that the Phillies can try to get something cooking with Rojas over at first. Schwarber is the 7th man to bat in this inning. Yes. Schwarber's 0 for 3 tonight. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. The tying runs at first. And the throw back to first. It was a little toss to Olsen. It's not in time. There we go. I remember Johan Rojas on his major league debut. I called games when he was with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, man. The first pitch to Schwarber. Swing and a miss on a cutter at 92 on the outside corner. Jaced Killer. What's going on? Thanks for subscribing to the channel. We'll give you a little introduction after this pitch. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 to Schwarber. Outside for ball 1. And Rojas swipes second base without a throw. So Rojas is in scoring position, and the Phillies just need a base hit to tie the game. I think that the ball may have slipped out of d'Arnaud's hands, or it was either that or he just decided to eat it up. Minter wants to call for time. And while he does, Jaced Killer, thanks for coming on here and subscribing. Cool. And like I said before, I will get to Charlie's comment or question in just a little bit. I have not forgotten about your question, Charlie. It's just the guts of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike to Schwarber, and the pitch. Just up high, good eye by Kyle. Two balls, 1 strike to the 30-year-old World Series champion. And the next pitch, a cutter that's taken all the way for a strike. Schwarber's last homer was on Sunday afternoon against the Marlins. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. And Kyle strikes out, and the inning is over. It's the 4th time tonight that he has struck out. And that's how the inning ends. The Phillies do get 3 runs, though, on a 2-run homer by Bryson Stott and a solo shot by Bryce Harper. And we go to the top of the ninth. Phillies down by 1. All right. First of all, if you're new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Algo people, do your thing. We love each and every one of you. We need 11 more subscribers to get to the 1,000 mark. Charlie, man, what's going on? JJ, I have a question for you. If Bryce Harper wins the World Series and the World Series MVP this year, is he the greatest Philly of all time, or will he be top 3? I mean, it's going to be really hard to take down Mike Schmidt as the greatest Philly of all time, but he would be in the top 3 conversation. I mean, I think that he's potentially in the top 5 right now. He's definitely in the top 10. So, but yeah, man, he's a stud. Absolutely a stud. I'm going to tell you this right now. He is the best when you take a look at all sports, okay? Like all the Philly sports. I think it's him and Jalen. I think it's him and Jalen, okay, that are literally the top 2. And then Joel is number 3. I do. Yes, 11 to 1,000. Let's do this. Schwarbaum or bust. If you appreciate, yes, Sandra, thank you so much. Look at our mods going at it, guys. This is what we have to do, mods. That's exactly what we have to do. We love that. Keep pushing. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Play by Play with JJ. Make sure that you like and make sure you subscribe. I think that's a good slogan. I love that. That sounds great. I give you this content for free. All you got to do is just hit that thumbs up button. If you've been coming on here, that's what you got to do. Alvarado will be facing off Albies here. Albies batting from the right side, and he'll foul the first pitch off. So Alvarado's pitching the 9th. Throws a cutter. Count is 0-1. Brandon Marsh is out in left field for Christian Pache. The ball's 1 strike. And the 0-1 popped up. It's foul. Alvarado is 0-2 in 35 games. He started off the season on a whole tear. His ERA is at 1.83. Did go on the injured list and came back in July. It's been a little bit different since then. The 0-2 on the way up high for a ball. Iglesias is getting loosened up in the Braves bullpen. Phillies were able to get him to blow a save yesterday. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Albies upstairs for ball 2. Utley over Pedroia. That's what Larry says. Statistically, not even close. More homers, doubles, hits, runs, RBIs. I'm going to say Utley over Pedroia, too. The pitch. Inside and low for ball 3. I think it's safe to say that when Utley was out of his prime, Robinson Cano was the best second baseman in baseball. Is that safe to say? 3-2 pitch. Just fouled off the foot of Ozzie Albies. And he takes a quick second to get out of the batter's box. Man, a lot of guys are getting banged up in that batter's box today. I'm sure that they're going to wake up pretty sore tomorrow. Utley over J-Roll, says Seriously Larry. I don't know, man. Utley has not won an MVP. J-Roll did. Payoff pitch to Ozzie, and he spoils that one. It's fouled back towards the screen. Whoever just subscribed to the channel, comment who you are down below. Thank you so much. We got to 990. We need 10 more. Oh, my goodness. 10 more subscribers. So we get our 1,000 subs party. 3-2 is the count. The payoff pitch by Alvarado. It's popped up out towards the infield. Harper has it, loses the cap. He's in foul ground, and he'll make the catch, and there's one away. I like that pitch by Alvarado. Seemed like he went with a lot of cutters and some sliders too during that at-bat. It was an 8-pitch at-bat, and Alvarado won the battle. Here comes Austin Riley. Riley, lifetime against Alvarado, is 1 for 8 with a homer and 3 strikeouts. First pitch up high for ball 1. Austin's 1 for 3 on the night. The All-Star third baseman signed a $212 million contract with the Braves earlier in the offseason. And the 1-0, that's up high for ball 2. Great song by Selena Gomez in the scene, man. Love that. 2 balls, no strikes to Austin Riley. The next pitch, swinging a foul ball down the right field line. Austin walked in the first, struck out looking in the third, singled in the fifth, and flied out to right with warning track power in the seventh. The 2-1, swing and a miss. It was a 2-0 count, and Alvarado has battled his way to tie the count at 2-2. The pitch, low and inside for ball 3. So that'll make the count full. Riley against the Phillies this season is 10 for 35 coming into tonight with a homer and 4 RBI. The payoff pitch outside, and Riley almost thought about going, but he gets on with a walk, a 1-out walk that is. So he walked in the first and walks in the ninth. And that'll bring up Matt Olson. This is the matchup that I'm sure that the Phillies have been waiting for all day. It's lefty on lefty, power on power. Olson hit a solo homer earlier in the game to tie the game at 1 apiece. First pitch, 100 on the gun at the knees for a called strike. He's 1 for 4 lifetime against Alvarado with a walk. Riley leads off at first. There's 1 out. Phillies could use a double play. The 0-1 pitch. It's just low. Not by much. Maybe by a whisker. It's been a pretty tight zone, I'd say. Olson's 2 for 3 tonight. And the 1-1. Swinging a foul tip. Just goes behind the plate. Paul Wyndham, thanks for subscribing to the channel, man. 1-2 is the count. Alvarado looks back at first, gets set at the belt. Delivers from the stretch. Here it is, swing and a foul ball. Just tipped it. .99 on the gun. It ended up hitting the inside part of the bat and hit him on the back calf. That's all muscle there. In the on-deck circle is Marcell Ozuna. The 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees at 99. That is a big out by Jose Alvarado, and there's 2 gone. So Marcell Ozuna, who has 2 straight hits, is coming up. Take a strike right down the middle at 98. Lifetime against Alvarado, he's 2 for 5 with a double, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. A runner at first. No balls, 1 strike. Alvarado kicks, fires, and throws 98 on the outside edge of the plate. High heat coming from a high-power pitcher. Did they just call that a ball? They did. That was clearly a strike. I can't believe it. The 1-1 pitch, that's fouled back, and now the count is 1-2. Edwin Moscasco, I can't believe he called that a ball. "22 pitches for Alvarado in this 9th inning. Fans are standing. Phillies down by 1. There's a runner at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The 1-2 pitch, fouled back. It's been all fastballs by Alvarado. Don't mind me, I'm being weird and just dropping by to say hi, says Al Bundy. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Back-to-back Ks for Jose Alvarado, and the side is retired. Iglesias will try to close the door. And Trey Turner, Alec Bohm, and Bryce Harper are due up in a potential playoff match between 2 division rivals. Harper becomes the 18th player with 1,500 hits and 300 homers before turning 31, says Larry. Nice job, Larry. You're doing an awesome job tonight with those little, as NBC Sports Philadelphia would call it, those little Chick-fil-A McNuggets. Those little nuggets. All right. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. My name is Jason Joseph. I'm from South Jersey. I'm a sports broadcaster, man. Just love doing this for a passion. And we've been having a lot of fun doing Phillies games. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, Patriots football. We are 10 subscribers away, guys, from getting to 1,000. We got 48 people on here. If you are new to the channel, please hit that like button. We need 5 more likes to get to 50, guys. 5 more likes. Unbelievable. Comment down below, who do you think is going to win? Let me know. Do you think that the Phillies have a comeback in them? That's my question. Do the Phillies have a comeback in them? I think this is going to be an epic series, man. Utley, 17 more WAR, 3 more Silver Sluggers, and 3 more All-Star appearances than J-Roll. I'm taking MVPs over All-Stars. I really am. Dumb SH exclamation point T. Thanks for coming on, subscribing to the channel. Here's Raisel Iglesias. He's 29 for 32 in save opportunities. His ERA is up to 3.14 in 48.2 innings. He's been a really good closer overall for the Braves. First pitch to Trey Turner. Fouled back. Phillies down 6-5. They scored the first run on a solo homer by Nick Castellanos in the bottom of the 2nd. Olsen tied it on a solo homer in the top of the 4th off of Zack Wheeler. The 0-1 to Trey. Swing and a miss. He's lifetime 3 for 5 against Iglesias. But he's behind in the count 0-2. The Braves did get 5 runs in the top of the 5th on a 2-run homer by Ronald Acuna Jr. and a 3-run homer by Marcell Ozuna. The 0-2 up high for ball 1. The Phillies would then get 1 back in the bottom of the 7th. So they were able to get an RBI single from Trey Turner. Then they got 3 in the bottom of the 8th. on a solo homer by Bryce Harper and a 2-run homer by Bryson Stott. The 1-2 on the way. That's fouled back. Charles Treadaway says, let's go Braves. Let's finish this. Bohm waits in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 3, but he walked his last time up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Iglesias kicks, fires the next pitch. Foul ball. Good battle between Turner and Iglesias. We need 9 more subscribers to get to 1,000, guys. We could get there tonight, which is absolutely insane. If you love Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, and Eagles play-by-play, that's what we do on here. The 1-2 to Trey. He takes it low for ball 2. On a changeup at 90. Bryce Harper waits in the hole. He homered yesterday afternoon to tie the game off of Raisel Iglesias. Tie it up 8-8. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Turner. Off the plate for ball 3. And what was a 0-2 count is now a full count. Boy, it'd be really huge if he could get on here. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep left field. Could it be? We have a tie game. Trey Turner with a solo blast. And that's the second day in a row that Raisel Iglesias has blown a save. Well, they were down 6-1, and they have scored 5 unanswered runs against the Juggernauts. It is madness in Philadelphia. Absolutely stunning. Ain't no better infield team than those two. It's a brand new game. It's 6-6 in the bottom of the 9th. If you're just tuning in, the Phillies have scored 5 runs combined over the last 3 innings so far, and now 1 swing of the bat could win the game. Timeout is called on the mound. In case you're wondering what the holdup is, first pitch to Bohm, that was inside and low. Bohm is 2 for 4 against Iglesias. Lifetime against him. The 1-0. Bouncer, it's fouled. It seems like the Phillies are Iglesias' kryptonite. Turner just hit his 150th career homer. He has hit 11 over his last 13 games. The 1-1, that's low for ball 2. Bryce Harper waits in the on-deck circle. Interested to see if they're going to walk him or not, depending on what happens here. The 2-1 grounder, it's fouled towards the third base side. "12 pitches for Iglesias. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit down the line. It was an outside pitch. Acuna Jr. gets it, and the winning run is over at first. And here comes Bryce Harper. And now you can't walk him, and Snitker's going to stick to his guns. That was an outside pitch that was sailing low, and Alec Bohm, I give him a lot of credit for just sticking with it. Harper homered on the first pitch against Iglesias yesterday afternoon. What's he going to do here? Swing and a miss. on a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. 4 out of his 5 hits against Rizal have resulted in homers. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Harper. He takes it on the inside corner for a strike and does not agree with the call. Harper does have 6 career walk-off homers. The last was his walk-off grand slam against the Cubs. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryce. And the 0-2 up high for ball 1. What's up, Kathy? What's up, everybody? Drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. We need 9 more to get to 1,000. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. And the next pitch popped up. It's foul, though, and it goes out of play. After that Eagles and Pats game, you're becoming an Eagles fan? No, we're just covering Eagles games because we're trying to be consistent. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We got to be consistent. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Harper inside and high for ball 2. In case you are wondering, the Reds are tied 5-5 in Detroit. The 2-2, that's outside again for ball 3. The Cubs are also winning 2-0 in Colorado. And Chris Bryant, the former Cub, has been struggling. There's nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. Bohm's at first. What was an 0-2 count is a full count, and the payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit in the right field. Acuna gets to it. Bohm rounding second, and he will stay put at second. What a professional at-bat by Bryce Harper. Clutch hit after clutch hit. Here comes JT Realmuto. Boy, wouldn't it be something if he was a hero in this ball game. He's 2 for 9 against the Iglesias with 2 strikeouts and a walk. First pitch in this at-bat, swing and a miss at 93 miles per hour. In case you're just tuning in, the Phillies were down 6-1 throughout pretty much most of this game, and they have scored 5 unanswered runs. The 0-1 to JT, swing and a miss again on a changeup at 90. Boy, you just really got to keep your head in there. Oh, 2, fans praying for a victory. Still nobody out. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And JT strikes out. There's the first out of the inning. And now Nick Castellanos is due up. Castellanos against Iglesias. Lifetime is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Bohm at second, Harper at first, and there's 1 out. First pitch to Casti, ground ball hit over to third, the flip to second. There's 1 to throw to first in time for a 5-4-3 double play. A big rally killer as the fans start to boo. And we go to the top of the 10th inning. Tied up at 6-6. Just because of Trey Turner. And we play on and go to extra innings. Wow. That's unbelievable. First pitch, too. Can you believe it? That is crazy. Let's take a sip of water while we can, guys. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I give you this content for free. Make sure that you like and make sure you subscribe. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football. My gosh, we're going to get better at that. We really are. I don't know why we're struggling with that, but we are. All right, so let's see. Ozuna, who made the last out, is due up. So it'll be Travis d'Arnaud. Ozuna is over at second base. He's the ghost runner. So Travis d'Arnaud will be leading things off. It'll be d'Arnaud, Rosario, and Arcia. d'Arnaud, Rosario, and Arcia. And then Harris is batting ninth. Here we go, man. Why doesn't Nick take more pitches instead of taking wild swings? I'm with you, man. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Whoever just subscribed to my channel, comment a URL down below. We need 8 more subscribers now. It's probably a good thing for our channel because we get to have more free baseball, which means more free subscribers. I instantly jumped and started screaming Trey Turner when he hit the home run. I'm with you, man. So Wall will be the ghost runner. I think I've seen this scene before, as Taylor Swift once said. But hopefully we like the ending. Comes Craig Kimbrell, who will be pitching the top of the 10th, and Travis d'Arnaud will lead things off. d'Arnaud is 1 for 4 lifetime against Kimbrell with an RBI and a double. So Wall is pinch running. He's the ghost runner over at second base. First pitch, swing and a miss. On a fastball right down Broad Street. 7 more subscribers. So Craig Kimbrell's pitching. Get to his stats in just a few seconds. No balls, 1 strike to Travis d'Arnaud. We're in extra innings. It's 6-6. The 0-1 up high for a ball. d'Arnaud tonight is 0 for 4. He's 0 for 9 in this series. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kimbrell gets set above the letters, kicks, fires, and the pitch. Outside and low for ball 2. Eddie Rosario waits in the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kimbrell gets set. Runner goes. The pitch fouled back towards the net. And Wallace to go back to second. He was going, and thank goodness that d'Arnaud fouled that pitch off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Kimbrell, the 35-year-old veteran from Huntsville, Alabama. The former Brave on the mound. The 2-2, swinging a grounder, bit back up the middle. Turner has it, throws over to first, and it's in time. The runner, Wall, goes over to third, though. So the at-bat is somewhat successful. So d'Arnaud grounds out. And here comes Eddie Rosario. I wonder if they're going to intentionally walk Rosario and try to go with a righty-on-righty matchup and also try to go for a double play potentially. Kimbrell's ERA is at 3.39. He has 23 saves. This is not a save situation. They are going to pitch to Rosario. First pitch, swing and a miss. On a knuckle curve at 87. He's 1 for 3 against Craig with a double, 2 RBI, and the 2 times he's gotten out against Kimbrell, he has struck out. The ball's and 1 strike. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. Oh, man, that pitch was way up high and outside. And Rosario, I don't know what he was swinging at. Kimbrell can play with a couple pitches here. Just don't give anything good to hit. No balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out in the top of the 10th. The pitch to Eddie. just missed inside by a whisker. I think that was the right call. Let's see. It just got the inner edge. Barely. A strikeout or a pop-out here would be great for Kimbrel. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Came in because I saw it was a tie game, says Quentin. Yes, make sure that you like and subscribe, man. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football on here, dude. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eddie. 1 out, and a runner at third. The pitch just fouled back off the mask of Edwin Moscasco. The Phillies are 79-65. Trying to keep that lead for that first wild card spot. Braves currently have the division, and they're 94-50. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kimbrel gets set, kicks, fires, and it's just fouled in and out of the glove of JT. My goodness. I thought he was going to be able to hang on to that. Should have caught that. For his standards. We'll do it again. The 1-2 to Eddie Rosario. Another foul ball. What a battle this has been. So Darno grounded out to shortstop. Wall, who is the ghost runner for Marcell Ozuna, is now over at third. He advanced on the ground out. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a grounder. Hit right into right field past the diving stop of Harper for a base hit. And the Braves take a 7-6 lead. And the crowd sits back down. It's an RBI single for Eddie Rosario. Man, oh man. Tom, thanks for subscribing to the channel. We now need 6 more subscribers to get to the 1,000 mark. Good news for the Phillies is that if they can get a double play here, that'd be huge. First pitch, that's inside for ball. Oh, it's on the inside corner for a called strike. RC is 0 for 7 against Craig with 4 strikeouts. No balls, 1 strike. It's 7-6 Atlanta. The 0-1 on the way. Popped up, foul, behind home plate. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football on here. If you enjoy my play-by-play commentary, I encourage you all to like and subscribe. This is the new wave of sports broadcasting, man. 0-2 is the count. Kimbrel comes set at the letters, winds up, delivers the pitch. He does not get the call on the knuckle curve. It was at the knees, and Moscasco calls it a ball. Former Philly Brad Hand is getting loosened up in the Braves bullpen, and he will most likely pitch the bottom of the 10th. The 1-2 on the way, outside and low for ball 2. Oh my gosh, we need 5 more now, guys. 5 more. 5 more subscribers. That's crazy. 2-2 is the count. And the next pitch to Arcia. Fly ball hit out to deep left field. It's going back. Does it stay in the yard? It does. Marsh will make the catch. And he'll throw it over to second base. Rosario dives in there safely. And he's in scoring position. Oh, my goodness. Arcia barely got underneath it as he chews his gum and goes back to the Braves dugout. Oh my gosh, 4 more. 4 more. Wow. Timeout is called on the mound. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. There we go. All right. Timeout is over, and Michael Harris II is coming up. Ronald Acuna Jr. waits in the on-deck circle. Bullpen blows it after 2, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It would help a lot to JJ. Oh, man. The pitch. That's down low for a ball. I really did. We have to, man. That's how we do it. Let's get more freeze baseball in there. First pitch was down low to Harris. 1 ball, no strikes. The 20th pitch of the inning for Kimbrel. Coming up. Here it is. And it's a fly ball hit out to left field. It's carrying Marsh on the run, and he makes the catch right in front of the wall. It was slicing and dicing out towards the warning track. And Brandon Marsh makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. That was a game-saving catch right there. Whew, that was clutch. 3 more. Oh, my goodness. If you got comment who you are down below. If you just subscribed to my channel, man, comment who you are down below. And I will give you a shout-out. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think it was going to happen tonight. I thought it was going to happen tomorrow. Imagine if we had Kyle on left. Rob Thomson, man, made the right decision. My fear is that we're going to reach 1,000 on a walk-off hit. That's my fear. We got to celebrate. We got to celebrate 1,000. 2 more. I also have to move this. What am I doing? I got to move this over here. There we go. $9.99. Oh, man, we need 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Oh, man, 1 more till we get to 1,000. My heart's racing. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Go Phils, says John and Kristen. Your fear, that would be amazing. Oh, man. 1 more subscriber. 1. We're in the bottom of the 10th. Phillies down 7-6. Oh, man. Whew. All right, Brad Hand's coming in to pitch for the Atlanta Braves. He's 4-1 on the season with 3 holds, a 4.56 ERA. Bryson Stott is coming up. Who's the lucky 1,000? There we go. We did it. We did it. All right. Oh, man. We'll celebrate. We have to celebrate, man. Oh, that's so awesome. We got to 1,000. Oh, somebody unsubscribed. That's okay. Oh, man. We were there for 1 second. I knew it was going to happen. I knew somebody was going to unsubscribe to the channel. I knew it was going to happen. Celebrating 35 years with my hubby tomorrow. Hoping he'll be your 1,000th. Oh, man, that's awesome. All right, Stott's up at the plate. The tying run's at second. Stott will show bunt at the first pitch, and it's fouled off towards the third base side. All right, back to the game. We'll get to 1,000 again. Trust me, it'll be really, really soon. No balls, 1 strike. We'll get to it again. Oh, we lost 2. Okay. No balls, 1 strike to Stott, and he takes that one inside for ball 1. It was inside and high. Stott's 1 for 2 today. Castellanos is the ghost runner at second. Arcia trying to keep him in check. Hand on the mound, the 1-1 outside for ball 2. Wow. Congratulations to 35. That's awesome, man. Jose Alvarez subscribed. Wow. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a sweeper at 82 miles per hour. We got a second shot at 1K. We do. 4 pitches for Brad Hand. We'll get to his stats in just a few seconds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hand comes set at the belt. Delivers from the stretch and the pitch. Bouncer that's just fouled and spoiled by Stott. We did it again. We got back to 1,000. Man, my heart's racing, man. All this hard work. All this hard work, man. Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 10th. Hand looks back at second. Now back to the plate. The 2-2 to Stott. Grounder hit over towards the first base side. And that's going to get the runner over to third as Olsen tags the bag. So it was a productive out, and now you just got to hit a sac fly. That's all you got to do. And Brandon Marsh is coming up. Marsh struck out in the 8th inning. Infield playing in. First pitch to Marsh. He takes it for a strike. So Castellanos is over at third. So Castellanos. No balls, 1 strike. Hand with the 8th pitch coming up in this inning. And the 0-1 swing and a miss on another sweeper at 81. Marsh really has been struggling. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. And the 0-2 laid off. It was outside and low. So the count is 1-2. Just put the ball in play. That's all you got to do. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Marsh strikes out. And the Phillies, they're down to their final out. Oh, man. What kind of pitch was that? That was a curveball. It was either a curveball or a changeup that was just thrown. Marsh got fooled. The tying run is still over at third. Here comes Johan Rojas. Will we play on? First pitch, it's a strike at the knees. Rojas 2 for 3 with a single, a double, a run scored, and a stolen base. No balls, 1 strike. Can he be a hero? And the 0-1 to Rojas. Popped up, hit out to shallow center field. Albies has it and will make the catch, and that's the ball game. And the Braves win by a final score of 7-6 in another emotional game. Well, you never like coming from behind, but Nick Castellanos and Brandon Marsh, I'm sure, are going to get a lot of questions. Wow. That's unbelievable. They were down 6-1, and the game-winning hit goes to Eddie Rosario. That is absolutely crazy. If the Cubs do win, then they'll just be a half game behind the Phillies for that first wild card spot. And the Phillies are hoping to split the series tomorrow evening and end the series 2-2. Wow. That's how it ends. What a game, man. This is really going to be an epic playoff series if these two teams have to meet up. I'm telling you that right now. Guys, thank you all so much. I love each and every one of you, man. Like I said before, I can't believe we started this channel 8 months ago, and we just got to 1,000 subscribers, man. That is absolutely incredible. All of our hard work is paying off, guys. It really is. It would have been nicer if the Phillies would have walked it off. But thank you, guys. I made a lot of sacrifices doing this, guys. And this is incredible. We love each and every one of you. And I can't believe we got to 1,000. I was thinking it was going to happen this week. I didn't think it would be today. Hard work always does pay off, man. Yes. We have to celebrate. And we will. Just not right now. Because you know why? My family, my virtual family on here, we love our play-by-play with JJ family. But my biological family has just returned home from Buffalo tonight, and I got to spend time with them. So, we will have a party sometime, either tomorrow. It probably won't even be tomorrow. It's going to have to be Thursday, man. You can be upset at the Phillies at a loss. They're the best team in MLB. We just got to beat the teams that we have to beat. And we'll deal with the Braves when the time comes, says Frankie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Grind don't stop on here, guys. We have a lot of highlights that we have to catch up on, and we'll cut them. But keep up to date with everything, man. JJ, you ever seen the video, almost documentary on the Phillies channel, Bedlam at the Bank? Of course. Of course I've watched that. Stephanie says, thanks for the great work. We're going to continue to do it, guys. We are. We'll still do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football. All right, Lala Tov, everybody. Lala Tov, man. We're going to sign off. I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Unfortunately, the Phillies do lose by a final score of 7-6. But they'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll catch you all then. Make sure you tune in at 6:40. Love you guys. Lala Tov.